What's up, guys? Welcome into Packers Total Access Family Night Edition as it is finally here. Excited to see the Green Bay Packers out there on the field this evening in Lambeau Field, humming that tater around. We're going to have Tucker Kraft running the routes, catching passes from Jordan Love. We're going to have Trey Smack kicking in Lambeau Field. Boy, I can't wait to hear about that. There's just so many things to cover here. You can go all the way to the bottom of the roster and say, John Williams, is he kind of the sweetheart on the offensive line right now, being a little more versatile than people expected, playing tackle and guard? You can also look at Marshawn Lloyd. He seems to be the only running back healthy right now, which is a pleasant surprise. Not that the other guys are hurt. That sounds really weird. But the fact that Marshawn Lloyd is 7 for 7 in padded practices is absolutely, or just practices in general, is absolutely awesome. So it's going to be a lot of fun, Jacob, as we dive into Packers Family Night here this evening. It's a celebration of the new football season, right? We get to see all the fans in the bowl. You get to see the Packers players and their families on the field. Obviously, the fireworks show at the end, man. This is just the best way ever to kick off the football season.
Yeah, man, this is just that time of year where I got goosebumps right now just because it really feels like we're back into it. This really feels like the actual start of the year. It's a little bittersweet because usually this time of year means the summer's coming to an end, but that means it's football time, baby. It's going to slowly and smoothly transition into the best time of the year, and I feel like that we need to take a time to really absorb it all because before you know it, it's going to be January, and we're going to have to start this process all over again. So instead of complaining about it, let's just enjoy the ride, and we'll be here to break it down as we do.
Absolutely. I like what Go Pack Go bringing that energy. So the Bears finishing last in the North this season. I love that energy. Tell you what else I love. I want to give a special shout out to everybody hearing my voice right now, whether you're on podcast, whether you're watching on YouTube. You guys have all been a part of this, but we officially just now hit refresh right before we went live. 10,000 subscribers here on the YouTube channel. The Spotify is blowing up as well. So you guys are helping us get the word out, watching and listening to the pod. We can't thank y'all enough. Seriously, thank y'all so much for all of the support over the last 3 years. I think we officially started 4 years ago. The channel hit a hiccup where we got in trouble with YouTube. This guy right here trying to figure out, so we're not allowed to do that. What are we doing here, right? So and so did it. Why can't we do that? So I think I feel safe saying it's 3 years to 10,000 subs. I'm excited to get to the next 10,000 as well. And I know, Jacob, that every time we pick up one sub, this is what I always think about too. When we pick up one sub, I think, is that going to be the next Clint C? Is that going to be the next 2-0 for this? Is that going to be the next Bates, the next Cheesehead Murph, the next Eric Sutherland, the next? There's so many that have been here for so long. It's you know that with every sub, there's a chance it's going to be one of those diehards that's going to be in here talking ball with you every day, and it's absolutely awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. Trucker John, you know what I mean? Guys like that you just didn't think you'd build the connections with, the friendships. I have to sit here and read your guys' chat, so I know what type of weirdos you guys are. But yeah, man, it's really cool. It's something that I didn't expect to happen, not nearly as fast, if at all. So super blessed. Even though you guys are a bunch of degenerates in the chat, we still love you.
Hey, degenerates, they know degenerates, right? We know our own, so that's just the way it goes. Let's see here. Not so cool. Damn, PTA got red carded. We did. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
And the thing about YouTube too, watch them kick us out of the algorithm here because I'm talking bad, but they won't tell you exactly what happened. It's just go read the rules. Go read the rules. It's like, okay, I was this close to being done with YouTube. Thank God everything did work out because it has been a blessing for the show, no doubt. But let's get into some of the stuff that's going on around Lambeau. Here's Wes Heikowitz tweeted out earlier today, 2 hours ago. Listen, we talking about practice, not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice. And he's got this clip here from inside Lambeau Field. As you can see, Jacob, that grass looks absolutely immaculate. I promise you that looks like no yard that Emilio pretends like he mows on a daily basis. No way, no how. So Lambeau looking beautiful this evening. Everybody tweeting out. Tucker Kraft said, see you all tonight at family night. Absolutely awesome. We had Trey Smack. This is Cameron Nazir tweeted this out. Trey Smack is the first onto the field nearly 3 hours before the Packers family night, visualizing the kicks he might have from different hash marks. So you see Trey Smack out there. You know how awesome it would be, Jacob, if he goes out there tonight and hits every damn kick? That would just be phenomenal, dude. And again, very, very different kicking inside Lambeau as opposed to Ray Nitschke Field. everybody I've heard talk about it say it's harder to kick at Ray Nitschke Field than it is Lambeau. You might get a little bit of a swirling wind at Lambeau deep into the winter. Of course, the weather gets worse. But I mean, the other day they had 25-mile-an-hour gusts out there because it's just whipping right across the practice field. I'm excited to see Trey Smack tonight. I want to ask you, man, is there anybody specifically that you're excited to kind of see out there running drills? Maybe some of the guys we've talked about earlier this week. Is there one or two players that come to mind for you? Like, hey, I want to see them go out there and have a big night in front of the fans.
Honestly, I mean, yeah, I mean, Trace Mack is probably the biggest for me, just because I think that this is obviously his first real touch inside Lambeau, getting to feel just what it's like to be in that unbelievable stadium. It does look like there might be wind gusts of up to 19 miles an hour, and the possibility of a little bit of a thunderstorm happening right around 9 o'clock, which I think is almost kind of perfect because it's probably towards the end, right when the fireworks are about to happen. That'd be kind of cool. Just a little drizzle, a little Snoop Dogg drizzle. Besides that, I'd like to see either JMS or Isaiah Nair have some really, really cool like layout catches kind of thing. Just guys like, we know what we're going to probably have with our first 4 or 5 for sure. After that, it's starting to get a little sketchy. And I'd like to see one of the young tight ends take a step and just show us that, hey, if Musgrave can't be ready to go, that we have something in the hopper, whether that be a Wiley, one of the younger guys that we just signed. Who's the kind of bigger guy that you liked? Castle, right, out of Tennessee, right?
Yep.
That'd be cool just to see either them or just somebody. And then on the offensive line, it's gonna be tougher to kind of pick stuff out because you're going against your own guys and it's kind of a unlimited style. But I just want to see maybe no pre-snap penalties when they're doing game simulation, that kind of stuff. Just kind of be more disciplined. And then of course I want to see how DDS, if we can limit this guy so that he's not ripping people's heads off like our boy from the replacements over there. I want to see though if he can get some pressure and. Obviously, I pray that everybody stays healthy. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys would do me a big favor, smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're new here. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us here on Family Night. We'll have the updates rolling in when everything gets cranked up. It looks like the live stream actually starts in 46 minutes. So we're kind of counting down and just going to be talking Packers up until the point that the festivities hit. Ben Kurt, former backup quarterback for the Packers, had tweeted out, I wish there was an NFL game on tonight. I'd take my action too. Alec tweeted at him and said, hey, bub, Packers Family Night will do, right? Come on, Kurt, you've been here before, man. Tune into Family Night. There's the Tucker Kraft tweet, by the way. See you all tonight at Family Night. He's so excited to get in front of the fans. And again, Tucker, Jacob, I've heard some people say, now it's not a rumor, but people are wondering, is there a hold-in going on right now? And that's why he isn't practicing in 11-on-11 yet? Because it's looking like they're holding him back and ramping him up slowly, right? But him not having that contract done yet, there was a little bit of it. I think it was on Wildy and Tausch. They talked about it the other day, that maybe there might be a little bit of a hold-in going on. And that's, if so, it's brilliant, right? That he's out there doing everything he can other than the 11-on-11, the full padded stuff, right? The contact and whatnot, the thudding. But do you find it odd that the Tucker Kraft contract ain't done yet? Because I really did think it would get done before Devontae Wyatt. Now, Devontae Wyatt took significantly less than what some thought he would ask for. So maybe that's the reason. And we all know, I think everybody here anyway, I don't know anybody in the chat that doesn't think Tucker Kraft doesn't deserve to be one of, if not the highest paid tight ends in the league. So probably plays a little bit more role into the guarantee money aspect of the deal. But does that surprise you at all? Or how do you see that whole Tucker Kraft thing? Because I don't know if it's a hold-in. He is absolutely acing the test and doing it the right way because he is just out there every day doing as much as possible for a hold-in, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't want to say that I would agree that it's a hold-in, or not that you're saying that, but I couldn't go that far. I think that what he's doing is absolutely playing it as perfect as you can. This is kind of the opposite if whatever Keyshawn was doing. There's a lot of ifs in these scenarios here, but if that was the case, being really kind of cocky about it or a little bit standoffish isn't the way you catch more flies with honey, you know what I mean, kind of thing. And that's what Kraft has done. He does the interviews. He talks about how all he wants to do is improve. Has his goals personally, his goals for the team. talks about wanting to be involved in the community. He did, though, I will say that when he was interviewed about he said, are you just kind of letting the agent and the front office do their thing? And he goes, no, I'm very much involved in the talks. And they said, like, well, what do you mean? And he goes, well, I mean, like, I'm in the loop as much as anybody else is in these conversations, and I'm going to put in my 2 cents. And he did say that I want to make sure that they understand my worth, because he's like, I know what my worth is. That being said, I think it might just be the way that the cookie crumbled. They had a lot of different deals to get done, and we've been getting them randomly popping off at times where I would argue a lot of people didn't see it coming. And I just think that Tuck, I really do think the front office understands what type of player he is. So they're probably, I don't want to say they're playing hardball, but they're probably batting back and forth a few options or a few scenarios and numbers and figures. And I'm not worried about it, because I know that Tucker Kraft, more than anything, is a football player and wants to be on that field. And we have to remember he's coming off a pretty severe knee injury. It's almost kind of a miracle, and his own doctor's explanations of how fast he's came back from this injury. So at this point, I'm not willing to say that, but I would not put it past. Just to reiterate, if he is doing it, he's doing it the exact right way to do a quote unquote holding, by basically not even letting us know that it's happening while it could be happening, if that makes sense.
Yeah, when I heard it too, my instant reaction was, well, that's stupid. He's not holding in. And then the more they talked about it, I'm like, it actually kind of makes sense. Maybe there is a little bit of that going on. I don't know, And when I say hold in, it just simply means not doing 11-on-11 stuff yet, right? To truly protect yourself till that contract gets done. But let's see what the chat's saying here. Dennis Reynolds says, would save money by franchising Kraft the next 2 years. Very true, but you also don't want to put yourself in a situation of what they did with Davante Adams. If you guys remember, Davante Adams, they lowballed him, and he said, you know what? I'm one out. I want traded. And then they're like, oh, well, they're thinking we could franchise tag him, and technically you could. But could you imagine if it got to the point where they didn't want to pay Tucker Kraft money and they franchise tagged him? I'm sorry, that's going to piss off a lot of fans. And that is not the way to do business with someone like Tucker Kraft, in my opinion. You got a guy that shows up every single day. He's the ultimate teammate. He works his ass off. You never have any problems out of him. He sets the tone in terms of work ethic. He has since day one. I remember LaFleur, that first training camp when Musgrave and Tucker Kraft were drafted, said he was the last one in the building. He thought he was, and walked by the players' lounge as he was heading out and seen Tucker Kraft and Luke Musgrave in there studying the playbook. They were the last ones in the building. Like that. That's the kind of guy Tucker Kraft is. So, culture matters. And if you do try to lowball somebody, like they did Davante Adams, you've seen it piss 12 off. It pissed a lot of people off in the building. Then they thought Davante Adams would just go, okay, well, because they ended up offering him more money than they did with Vegas. People always go to that, but the reality is they did not do that until he said, nope, I want traded. Then it's like, okay, now you're worth the money. I'm not going to BS you guys. I'm always going to be 100% honest with you. There's a little bit of that in the back of my mind. That's why I want this deal to get done today and be just, how cool would it be too, as family not kicked off, they announced the contract extension. That would be absolutely awesome, which we said the same thing about day one of training camp. But anyway, going back to the chat here, Chris Casual, it takes time being the highest paid in the league. Very true. The guaranteed money, the structure, all that stuff, right? Coach Lynn said it was a busy summer for Goody and them. I agree. William in the chat says it's not a hold in. They're just being careful. All right, got it. Randy in the chat said just being cautious. So everybody seems to be like, it's not a hold in, right? So that's good news. That's definitely good news for sure. I see we already got somebody banned in here, man. It's going to be a good night. I love it, Jacob.
Just spamming political stuff. I don't need that crap right now. This is football night, baby.
For the love of God, can we just focus on football for 1 second? Right? Yeah. So let's see what else we got going on here. Bill Huber dropped an article. This is kind of cool. Kelly Hallinan over, trying to think of who she works as at Fox. Works at Fox Sports and WLFI, tweeted out the Notre Dame men's soccer team has an exhibition game Saturday night at UW Green Bay. The team is taking a tour of Lambeau Field ahead of family night, so that's kind of cool. Notre Dame. And by the way, that first game of the season for Notre Dame and Wisconsin at Lambeau Field, man, those uniforms, I don't know if you guys have seen Notre Dame's uniforms. I know we get a lot of Badger fans. I got you. I completely understand. But many people don't know this. The Packers' original colors, they were modeled after Notre Dame. So the Shamrock Series uniforms that Notre Dame's wearing for that game at Lambeau are, obviously it's the Packers' original colors. It looks really, really sick. It's not a throwback, but it just screams Curly Lambeau era Packers. The fact that they're going to be playing Wisconsin's state representative team, obviously, and the Badgers, at Lambeau Field for college football is going to be phenomenal. So
Yeah.
looking forward to that as well.
Just real quick, can we welcome in? We got the UK Pats as their new Packer fan, and they are so excited. That's pretty cool. I just still can't fathom that we have people from other countries that tune in and watch. It's so awesome.
It's wild, man. I mean, France, we got a big following in France. It's really cool looking at the analytics and everything where everybody's from. So just kind of scrolling through. I love this. Titletown tweeted this out. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. Little girl, just move the ball. Go ahead and put it in. They got so many cool things at Titletown. It's awesome. I want to talk to you about this. Jacob Morley mentioned not a player on this list I would trade for Jordan Love or trade Jordan Love for, I think he meant. So starting at number 40 of the top 100 players of the year, Trent Williams at 40. Look who's 39, Jacob. Justin Herbert, the 39th best player in the league. And here they had Love at, what, 73? Now, you guys know in the past, I ranked Herbert ahead of Jordan Love. Last year, I felt like Jordan Love was better than Justin Herbert. So it's pretty wild that he's that much higher than Jordan Love. Cooper DeJean, 38. Penei Sewell, 37. George Pickens, 36. Jared Verse, 35. Saquon Barkley, 34. Jared Goff, 33. I repeat, Jared Goff, 33. Nick Bonito, 32. And Dak Prescott, 31. So 3 quarterbacks there that are ranked higher than Jordan Love. I want to ask you straight up, Jacob, yes or no to each of these. Would you trade Jordan Love for Justin Herbert, yes or no?
No.
Would you trade Jordan Love for Jared Goff, yes or no?
No.
Would you trade him for Dak Prescott?
Nope.
Me neither. None of those. It's wild that they're that high on the list, man. And Jordan Love was down in the 70s. What's your thoughts on that, man?
I don't know what Jordan Love had. Well, I do. I asked that in the chat the other day, and basically everybody came back. He's got to win a Super Bowl, apparently. Like, that's the only way that it seems like that a large percentage of our own fan base and the national media especially have just decided for whatever reason. I never real quite understand it, because these people are supposed to get paid to analyze different stats, different, be able to watch the game, look at the tape, analyze what you're seeing. Like, I haven't understood. I mean, just because they maybe had this preconceived notion of what Jordan was when he came in on the Chiefs game or the Philly game, or when he was a little shaky his first 6 games as a starter, whatever the case may be, they just have had it seared into their little brains that he's a bad quarterback, and it couldn't be farther from the truth. He is for sure a top 7 quarterback. I would argue a top 5, depending on what metric you look at. He was a top 3 in most of these. I mean, you can't argue with the stats, and the fact that, again, he's done all of this with a carousel of injuries that would absolutely tank most people's complete years, if not their careers already at this point. Oh, and the fact that his offensive line is basically a colander that allows more people in than, shoot, the Oval Office on a Friday night. You know what I mean?
Easy. Love it. Let's see what the chat's saying. Wolfpack says, I wouldn't trade Love at all. Coach Lynn said no. Big B Timmy says Herbert has 0 playoff wins. And
nobody talks about that with him.
Right, yeah. Like you said, he's going to have to win a Super Bowl to get the respect. What's hilarious about that is Dak Prescott's 31. He hasn't won a Super Bowl. And I agree with you. It would take that probably to get him over the hump, right? Jared Goff knows Super Bowl. And, of course, Justin Herbert knows Super Bowl. It's like, man, wow. Coach Lynn says none of those. Love is still ascending. Completely agree with that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Chewy in the chat says Love and the Pack gonna win too. How cool would that be if Jordan Love just rattled off 2 Super Bowl wins in the next few years? That'd shut everybody up, wouldn't it?
I hope so.
Let's see what else we got in here. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else. Let's see what this is. Joe Mama says Love has to play in Aaron's shadow. Everyone expected him to come in and throw 45 touchdowns a year. And what's wild is when you look at his statistics, comparatively speaking, to Aaron Rodgers's so many games started that in his career. I mean, he's right there neck and neck with him.
They're almost identical. It's kind of freaky, actually.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, again, I really don't care that much about those lists. But it is pretty wild. It's mind-boggling when you see some of the names that are ahead of him, for sure. H.E. Soda with Super Chat. Thank you, Soda. Appreciate you, man. Just a reminder that without a case of tonsillitis, a few shady contracts, and a little alleged arson, there would be no Packers. Way to go, Curly. I love the arson thought, by the way. If you guys don't know what he's talking about, Google Rockwood Lodge and see if you can find. Now, you might do a little bit of extra digging to find the real story, but very, very interesting. I love Curly Lambeau. But people ask me, who's your favorite Packer all time? It's Curly Lambeau, hands down. The way that he put this team together, him and George Calhoun. When you go and read that story of how the Packers were founded, man, I mean, it is absolutely awesome. And what he's talking about there, obviously with tonsillitis, tonsillitis or strep, one of the two, might have been a combination of both, but that's what caused him to drop out of Notre Dame, move back to Green Bay, start working at the Indian Meatpacking Company. And that's where he met George, ran into George Calhoun, who was a local sports editor who actually covered Curly Lambeau when he played at East Green Bay High. He was like, "Hey, man, you ought to get a football team and get a Sandlot team together. I'll help drum up the news." He's like, "All right, cool, let's do it." So they ran an ad in the paper and said, "Hey, Green Bay's creating a town team, and Curly Lambeau's going to head it up. You know, come over here to Hagemeister Park or wherever and try out." And the rest is history. Here we are in 2026 talking about the Green Bay Packers. Just absolutely
that would have been probably the only scenario in the history of the Packers where I could at least came in and be like, I'd give it a shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you take 40-year-olds with a a bum knee and yeah, let's go try it out. All right.
They would take just about anybody,
Yeah.
and many of the players as time went on were actually guys that were working in the mines, and then part-time they were playing football, and they would pass the hat around Hagemeister Park and just take donations and then split it up amongst the players, cover the equipment, whatnot. But yeah, again, George Calhoun, I will always mention his name when we mention Curly's because not enough people know who George Calhoun is. If you don't, do some research tonight. It's a really, really cool story. Now, ironically, I kind of like it. It makes the story even better. He and Curly Lambeau ended up hating each other at the end of it, down the stretch, right? And he was actually quoted as saying that he hoped that he outlived Curly so he could piss on his grave.
On his grave.
And people go, "Oh, you shouldn't talk about that. That's bad." No, man, that's part of the beauty of the Packers organization. You know what I mean? It's part of the history, dude. You kidding me? Yeah. These were guys that were gritty. They were tougher than nails. They had egos of their own. If not, they wouldn't have been able to do what they were able to accomplish. Obviously,
I love it. Just a little arson, not a lot.
Yeah, not a lot. No,
a little bit of arson.
That's all it was. That's all it was. It was funny too because, like, if you guys don't know what Rockwood Lodge is, it's up in Door County. All right, so keep in mind the Packers had to do stock sales and everything to kind of keep the franchise going and whatnot. They had a fan that fell at the stadium and was going to sue the team. They were going to go bankrupt. So they asked the local townspeople, business owners, "Hey, would y'all donate money to kind of help cover the cost here?" That's where the first stock drive came from. But he decided, hey, we need a place to do training camp. So he purchased a real expensive piece of property up in Door County called Rockwood Lodge. And they said that the whole ground was just rock. It was like the worst surface to practice on. But they had this beautiful, it almost looked like cabins and stuff up there. They said they had steak every night. Curly had them up there living in luxury. And it was just a huge, huge expense. It ended up being like, hey, we cannot afford to pay for this. And then it magically just caught on fire. And thank goodness, just so happened we had insurance on the property, so we were good to go. Shout out to Caden Sanilla. I hope I'm saying the last name right. One of the best follows here on Packers Twitter. It's been a while, but it's always great to be at Lambeau Field, especially for Packers family night. So you see the fans are starting to pile in. Green Bay Packers tweeted out 20 minutes ago, 1 hour until family night begins. We now have, looks like the countdown's down to 31 minutes here on their official site. Bill Huber said a picture is worth 1,000 words, just showing the entrance he uses to go into Lambeau Field. Everybody coming into the stadium. Now you see Tom Silverstein, only 20 games to go. And, man, I don't like to look at it like that. I don't know about you guys. I don't want to even think about there's only 20 games to go. But you can see the fans filing into Lambeau. Just love that place, man. Let's see. There was something else here. Looks like Paul Brettle and the guys out there on the field for Channel 26. Getting everything in. Wes Hawkins tweeted out, "I'm only a part-time lip reader, but pretty certain Paul Brettle said, quote, go to Packers.com and the Packers mobile app for the full coverage of family night." So, love it, man. They got the guys, him and John Miller out there. Both guys looking dapper out there on the field, ready to cover family night, man. This is awesome. Look at this. Bill Huber said, "Hey, at Jimmy Kempski." I don't know who that is. Let's see if it shows us a little something about Jimmy Kempski. Eagles writer for the Philly Voice. All right, so it must be one of Bill Huber's buddies. Got a pretty big following. Says, "Look what's at Lambeau, the undefeated champion of ice cream novelties, the Snickers ice cream bar." Jacob, how do you feel about the Snickers ice cream bar, man? I'm going to give you my take. I don't want to sway your opinion. How do you feel about it?
Well, Clayton, that's funny you should ask because I'm not much of a dessert guy. I actually don't like cake and cookies and all that, but I do love me ice cream, pretty much anything. So ice cream, Dairy Queen cake. We've had this conversation.
Oh,
That's my top right there with the little crumble on there. I personally love the Snickers ice cream bar. I think that it's a delightful summer day treat, and I don't feel bad about it because it's got peanuts, which means it's healthy.
there you go. Okay. With
It's
that
just
being said,
it's
the Snickers
logic.
ice cream bar slaps. That thing is so good, dude. It's hands down one of the best. I like it and the ice cream sandwich, two of my favorites. So, yeah.
Come
2-0
on.
for this says Jacob doesn't like cake. What kind of cake you talking
I
about?
was gonna say now, hey,
Not
respect
saying.
oranges. Have you ever had a Choco Taco, Clay?
Oh yeah, dude. Do they still
Those,
make them? And where can you
I,
find them
it
at?
sounds like they discontinued them because they're idiots.
Yeah. See, we can't have nothing nice. Nothing nice. Dude, the Choco Taco was phenomenal. Man. Are you kidding me? Oh gosh, it was always on point. All right, so we're up to date there, I believe. Let me hit refresh real quick and just make sure there's nothing else that we missed.
Your mom.
But,
Now
yeah,
I want one.
yeah, everybody
Sorry.
gonna want one now, right? So let's do this, man. We already hit the top 100 list that kind of got. Let's go through the league news real quick since we're waiting on everything to get cranked up and other tweets to come in. Sleeper NFL tweeted out Giants running back Cam Scatabo went down after a collision with linebacker
Oh,
Arvell Reese per Jordan Renan. It says he was stretching his left leg and didn't return to practice but remained on the sideline. So hopefully that's nothing crazy for Cam Scatabo, man. I want to watch him. I want to see him play a full year. I think he plays the game the right way. He's a lot of fun. It's one of your draft crushes coming out too, wasn't it, Jake?
yeah. I mean, he's just one of those guys. As much as I love him, and I do, he is. I think he's got 3 or 4 years in this league, no matter what, because he's the type of player that he'll never shy away from contact. He's always going to be looking to lower the. He reminds me of Peyton Hillis, Mike Allstott, Jerome Bettis. You know, those types where it was like you couldn't convince him to run out of bounds or to not run through a what's face. I love it about him. He is definitely a little off. I feel like that he just alone when you opened up his door when he was a kid, he'd just be hitting his head against the wall and he'd be like, "Good to see you, Ma." It's like, all right.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm pulling for him. He is a respect to Oranges. Yes, that's the epitome of a human meat missile from the opposite side. Yeah,
no
that's for
doubt
sure.
about it. Y'all would do me a big favor, smash that like button. We're waiting 27 minutes. Everything's going to get cranked up. We'll be bringing you updates in real time here, following along with social media. Sleeper NFL also tweeted out Rams head coach Sean McVay on Myles Garrett terrorizing practice. Quote, did you see when we had the slide to him and a chip? He had 6 hands on him, and he still found a way to win. Yeah, that was freaky. I'm glad he's got a Rams helmet on. This is going to be a big move for them. Now, listen, they traded Jared Verse to get him as well, right? So it's not like Jared Verse was arguably their best defender last year. It's still an upgrade to Myles Garrett, but if they could have somehow, some way kept Jared Verse and still got Myles Garrett, that would have been absolutely crazy. But now they've got the perfect setup here. Unfortunately, it looks like everything's trending toward Aaron Donald playing for them this year. This means
It's not fair.
Myles Garrett one side of edge, Aaron Donald at 3 tech. We talk about that is literally the blueprint on how to create a dominant defense, man. So moving along here, Saints defensive tackle Brian Breesy, who tore his ACL, officially was placed on season-ending reserve today, injured reserve today. ESPN had tweeted out, Adam Schefter reposted it. Chiefs coach Andy Reid acknowledged Friday that Patrick Mahomes would not be likely to play in the team's preseason opener against or next week against the LA Rams. Mahomes, a 9-year veteran, has never missed the entire preseason before in his career. He looks good to go. Do you think people were sleeping on the Chiefs this year a little bit, Jake?
Yes and no. I mean, the Chiefs are always going to be competitive when they got Mahomes back there. I mean, I think he's been over touted the last couple of years for sure, and that he's kind of been playing, dare I say, like mediocre football. But he's just always lives in that infamous. I mean, that kind of gap that he had is probably one of the best stretches a quarterback will ever have in the NFL. And I mean, Chris can't stop talking about him. Here's a guy. So I mean, he'll live in infamy if he's talking about him. But Kenneth Walker addition's pretty interesting. They are probably going to be a little bit lacking in the wide receiver department. Rasheed Rice, if he can stay out of jail, he's a great player, but that's a big if. They got a couple. Tyquan Thornton, who I thought was going to be a good player, hasn't really taken a step. They apparently have this guy. I can't remember his name. He's got a very interesting name, but he was a kind of under a UDFA that apparently is just shining in practice right now. He's just looking like a stud. And then they got Emmett Johnson as a backup to Kenneth Walker, who we liked in the draft as well. I just don't know if they put enough together. Losing that D tackle Vreese, though, that's a big loss because he was coming around to be a good young player in this league. And obviously we just talked about how important those positions can be. I would fade him a little bit, but that division they're in just never seems to do anything but kind of roll out the red carpet for him.
Yeah, that's a good point. Pro Football Talk, Mike Florio tweeted out, Jahmyr Gibbs, the contract process was extremely stressful. So he actually has an article talking about that. It sounded like, I mean, think about it. He was basically waiting until the other running backs got their money so he could be the highest paid. I bet the Lions were pushing him to take a deal early. And he was like, nope, not going to do it until Bijan Robinson and Jonathan Taylor gets theirs first. And that's exactly what happened. Now, Jahmyr Gibbs is the highest paid running back in the league. Let's see here. Artie Miroff tweeted out, brutal. Broncos defensive lineman Matt Henningsen tore his Achilles at practice today, nearly 1 year after tearing his other Achilles during training camp last year, per Mike Kliss, if I'm saying that right, at 9 News. The former 6th-round pick out of Wisconsin appeared in all 34 games over his first 2 NFL seasons. So now he's tore one Achilles last year, tore the other one this year, man, just absolutely brutal. Don't know how that dude's still playing football. That's wild to think about. So, see if there's anything else here coming across. It's just some John Harbaugh on Cam Scatterbo leaving practice, just working through the football shape part of it. So that doesn't sound like anything serious there with Scatterbo. So, see if there's anything else. I think we're all caught up on the NFL news, so we'll go back over to the Packers feed. If there's nothing there yet, actually got. Nothing there yet. Go ahead,
a couple people in the chat are asking basically this question: are you guys going to be streaming it or just commenting on it?
Yeah, we're going to be just commenting on it. We'd get hit with a copyright if we stream it. The Packers would actually take the channel down completely. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be watching it off to the side. You guys be watching it off to the side. We're all going to comment together on it. Just kind of hang out, almost like a watch party, if you will. So
yeah,
if y'all would do me a favor, smash that like button real quick. I greatly appreciate that. Let's do this, Jacob, since we're waiting on everything to get cranked up. Let's go to the training camp depth chart tracker here that we've created, and let's see if anything's changed. What position would you like to see, Jacob, that we got maybe have a conversation about here when it comes to the players we're looking to watch tonight, and maybe somebody that might be on the bubble here?
I mean, honestly, running back is going to be kind of interesting just because I feel like today we're going to see how about these?
Go ahead and read that comment real quick.
Too old for this. Great guy, right? Everybody loves him. He says if you stream it, Larry will say, how about these hands?
How about these hands?
There you go.
Which, by the way, lost in translation, we have lost the old pinky picture. So I had to go to the Twitter, or go to the internets and get a new Larry McCarron pinky for the Will tonight. We're going to be giving away an autographed Luke Musgrave rookie card this evening on the stream. So pretty funny. Anyway, what position were you wanting to kind of?
Just because I feel like tonight and then probably the first couple preseason games, I don't think we're going to see any Josh Jacobs. I would probably be weary if we see much of Chris Brooks because he's dealing with that injury. I want to see guys like Pierre Strong. I really want to see Damian Martinez, and I don't know much about Jaden Nixon at all, but the Martinez thing is one that kind of is flashing for me because, let's say, God forbid, Brooks isn't ready to go. I know Pierre Strong, I believe he was in Seattle for a minute and has some other NFL actual experience. I don't know anything about Jaden Nixon, to be honest with you. I think he's a semi-new, young guy. UFC Knights, 5'10", 185, so kind of fits that mold. But I'd be interested to kind of see what that group is going to look like. Are we going to keep 3? Are we going to have a different one besides Brooks? That'd be one I'd be taking a peek at. But
I'm completely on board with you with Damian Martinez. I want to see. I can't wait to see him in the preseason. I hope he gets significant snaps for sure. So, and I want Marshawn Lloyd to get work. I want him to get tested a little bit to see if he can stay healthy through the preseason. The last thing you want to do is not let him do anything in the preseason, get the regular season, and then he's not in football shape, right? Like in terms of football shape, when I say that guy, I'm talking about being used to taking big hits because all they're doing is thudding in practice right now, right? So with that being said, Damian Martinez, I hope he does get quite a bit of work here. And we do have Trey Smack on the field. Bill Huber, Trey Smack with some pre-practice kicking. I don't know about you, Jake. It looked like it went right through the uprights to me there, sir. Trey Smack kicking from about the 28-yard line, looks like.
Oh, man. that's one too that I just want him to have a good night, just once, because I think it'd be such a great confidence booster for him. I don't think he realizes too what that stadium is going to sound and feel like once that. I mean, that we're pretty much going to sell this thing out, I would guess, and that is just a unique experience. I know the players talk about it every year that you basically have not basically, you have a glorified scrimmage, glorified practice that is in front of thousands, tens of thousands of people. You get to mimic that very first kind of touch of those nerves. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that our first 2 games are on the road. So he's going to have, a little bit of a welcome to the NFL moment for his first couple of years or first couple of weeks. And then week 3, he'll finally get that little bit of touch of home base. And yeah, man, it's going to be a lot of pressure on a young guy, but hopefully he uses that pressure as kind of a motivation. And I just want him to kind of get that confidence boost and get it now, so that way he's not kind of, treading water with concrete shoes on for the first couple of weeks of the season, because it's gonna be tough atmospheres, especially going to Minnesota.
At least it'll be indoors, so the wind isn't a factor. But I'm with you, man. That's loud in there. So that's going to be what if he goes out there and goes perfect in Minnesota, gets off to a hot start. You're going to feel really good about it. Now the next week he'll get to test it in the wind. We know, as we seen last year. Now it was a little later in the year that we played in the Meadowlands out there in Jersey, right? But it's always breezy out there in the swamp, no doubt about it. So that'll be a good test for him too. And then come back to Lambeau. That'll be a night game. Maybe the winds will be a little bit calm there September 24th on Thursday night against the Atlanta Falcons. So again, just want him to kind of cut his teeth. And I hope by midseason we're going, yep, Trey Smack is our franchise kicker. That would be absolutely awesome. So let's see what else we got in the chat. Anything else in the chat you want to hit real quick? I'm going to hit refresh on this, see if anything else is going on.
Yeah, it seems like when we were talking about that running back room that a lot of people did, like Reef is talking about, we really need more running backs in our backfield. It's starting to feel a little bit thin, but I think that's why I want to see what these guys look like today, specifically, again, Martinez and Pierre Strong. Coach goes on to say that he wants to see Strong keep balling. He has shown blips. Like I said, Seattle, I thought he was a Seattle. I could be mistaken, but he actually has NFL experience, which is obviously pretty. You'd rather have that than not. So I'm with you, Coach.
Yeah, completely agree. So yeah, when you look at the running back position again, I see it Jacobs, Lloyd, Brooks, and it could be any of those three. It could be Pierre Strong Jr. It could be Damian Martinez. It could be Jaden Nixon. Jaden Nixon was a fascinating prospect coming out. I know he was a UDFA, but has a lot of athletic ability, no doubt about it. Wide receiver is another one that's going to be fun to talk about as we get a little bit later into training camp and whatnot. As obviously Sky Moore and Bo Melton will be penciled in as 5 and 6. J. Michael Sturdivant made a little bit of noise in here lately. It's Isaiah Nair. You mentioned him at the top of the show, Jacob, wanting to see him tonight. Those are two guys that I feel like they're a step ahead of Will Shepherd and Caden Prather. I'm eager to see what Isaiah Nair and J. Michael Sturdivant can do, because they got an opportunity to go out there in front of the fans tonight and plead their case to make have a potential spot on this 53.
Yeah, for sure. Right now, if I had to pick one, like Wolfpack said it, just as you were talking, Jameis and Nair, I don't know why, but I'm gravitating towards Nair quite a bit. I just feel like that he's a little bit longer, a little more physical, very quick twitch for that size, and still fairly young, I believe. I mean, still, 25 years old, 6'4", 220. It just seems like he's got late hands, kind of like like Goldman, and I hate to say even like Devontae, how he could just kind of pluck it. He seems like he's one of those guys, like late reaction. Good when it seems like he's on the sideline. He's good at the toe tapping. He's very cognizant of where he is on the field. I really like that about him. But then you look at a guy like Will Shepherd, who I know that Tim is in love with, and he's a little bit younger. He's around that same height and weight, so he could be a sneaky guy too. A lot of people have been talking about Dabney, the tight end. What are your thoughts on him? I believe that's Drake Dabney, right?
Yeah, it's interesting because I felt like he was in the lead to be the next tight end up, especially if Musgrave is not going to be healthy. And again, we don't know all the details there, but I kind of had Drake Dabney penciled in as the 4th tight end, and now I'm wondering if it's going to be McCullen Castles, because again, McCullen Castles seen significant time with the Packers last year after Tucker Kraft went down. To me, it kind of feels like McCullen Castles might be the one that actually. You hearing music?
Yeah, dude.
What in the world?
I thought you were bumping.
So the live stream's about to get cranked up, and yeah, I guess the audio's tied into the CPU. Let's just get hit with a copyright over that music. That would be the most YouTube thing ever. Just randomly get hit for that. But yeah, so for me, it's Tucker Kraft, Josh Wiley, Luke Musgrave, if he's healthy. If not, I really don't know, man. Part of me wonders if they'll just carry two on the 53 to be able to sneak some other guys on the roster, and then they'll have. I don't think any of those guys, Drake Dabney, Messiah Swinson, Thomas Yasman, McCollin Castles, or Drew Biber, I don't think any of those guys would be plucked and put on a 53-man roster somewhere. Because that's the reality, guys. Like, if they are you hearing the music again? Or is that's on your side, Jacob? You might want to turn your volume down. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's gonna be hilarious if the channel gets shut down for a song playing. But yeah. So when you look at the tight end position again, for me, I kind of feel like all those guys would make it to the practice squad. You know, not that you would keep them all, obviously, but I don't think they're going to get plucked on a 53-man roster anywhere. So, kind of makes me wonder if Luke Musgrave does start the season on IR. And I'm not saying he will or won't, but if he does, maybe you break camp with two, and then you rotate those guys on and off the 53 as you get into the regular season. That could be a play here, and that might be a way to keep a J. Michael Sturman or an Isaiah Nayer. That might be a way to keep a Campbell at defensive tackle that we've talked about so much. You know.
Yeah, I agree. I like what Jason says too. It sounds like he goes definitely drafting two tight ends next year. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, we've obviously seen they're not afraid to do that in the past, and I mean, shoot, if you draft three of them and one of them turns out like Tucker Kraft, I would consider that one hell of a draft. So, and tight end there just seems to be more big physical kids nowadays that can just do it all, and they seem to be kind of seamlessly getting into the NFL. Your Brock Bowers, your Trey McBrides, your Tucker Crafts, your the guy down in Indy, what the heck's his name? I mean, it just Colson Loveland. It just seems like these guys are coming in ready to play. Where it used to.
Warren, what do you think of
Tyler Warren, yeah. So I mean, it's just there's a lot of young, really talented guys. Harold Fanning, Randy Gadsden, like guys that are coming in that people thought maybe their game won't translate to the NFL, and it's like, oh yeah, it kind of is. Darnell Washington, the left tackle that plays tight end.
Unbelievable, dude. He's one of my favorite players to watch play. Like when he gets the ball in the open field, it's like, yeah. If you're a corner or a safety, as soon as he catches the ball, you go, come on, do I really got to try to do this? Just swatting people around. So, all right, let's see what else we got here in terms of the trainee or the depth chart tracker. Offensive line. This is interesting. I've got now John Williams penciled in as number 9 here, Jacob. I want to get your take on this. A lot of versatility. He's just listed as a guard here on our sheet. He's actually a guard and a tackle. Bill Huber put out was it Bill Huber? It might have been Wendell Ferreira put out an article earlier today talking about John Williams and his versatility. It's going to add some extra value for him. If it comes down to it and everybody's healthy, let's assume they'll all be healthy, okay? Jordan Morgan at left tackle, Aaron Banks left guard, Sean Ryan center, Anthony Belton right guard, Zach Tom right tackle, backup swing tackle, Darian Kennard. You got Jacob Monk on the interior, Jagger Burton, okay, at center and guard, and then, of course, John Williams, who can play guard and tackle. What's your thoughts on that? And if that's the case, then do we see a scenario where one of these guys slide on and you carry 10 offensive linemen?
Yeah, well, yeah. I kind of like what you did there because obviously your starting five is your starting five. I think Darian Kennard, there's no question that he's going to be kind of your swing tackle. Jacob Monk, I believe, has shown quite a bit. I've seen multiple different people writing about how he seems to have taken a step, and obviously that backup center position is one that we definitely need. Jagger Burton is a new draft pick that seems like he's shown a lot of promise at different positions. And then I like what you did with the John Williams thing because, to your point, man, he's not just playing a certain position. He seems like he has that multiversited aspect, which obviously the Packers love. They love drafting a guy at this position, and they're like, well, we're just going to stick him over here. And then we expect that he'll play over in this position as well if we need to move him back, which is kind of unfair, but that's just the NFL. You got to be available. And they spent pretty good capital on him, I believe. Wasn't he a 5th rounder from Cincy? Or something like that. Either way, he was drafted. I know that.
John Williams.
Yeah.
I think he was a 7th rounder, I believe.
Was he a 7th?
He was definitely a draft pick.
But yeah, he was a draft pick nonetheless. So I know that they don't want to waste those opportunities and what those guys have done. So I like that. I do think that I haven't lost faith in Jennings, Travis Glover, and Brant Banks. I think could be a sneaky one to kind of make it into the rotation, but. I think it's a good problem to have. So, yeah, he was 7th rounder, 252 by Cincy. Yeah.
Yeah. Moving along here, edge rusher is really fascinating. We broke camp with 5 last year. If we kept 5 this year, I think those 5 would be Micah Parsons, Lucas Van Ness, Barron Sorrell, Brenton Cox Jr., and Denied Dennis Sutton. That would leave Colin Oliver out. But a beautiful thing, it's not really beautiful, but I guess it's bittersweet. If you remove Micah Parsons because he's going to start on IR, slide all these guys up, then that obviously frees up room for Colin Oliver. I think that's going to be the 5 that you break camp with, Jake.
Yeah, no, that makes sense to me. Because I mean, yeah. Other than that, I haven't heard enough out of Nigel Kelly. Aaron Mosby's Aaron Mosby. I think you kind of know what you're getting with him. And again, that's just another group where you just got so many young guys. If they take even the smallest step with Sorrell, we don't know what we have in DDS, and we don't know honestly what we have in Oliver. But I feel like we definitely know what we have in LVN with Brenton Cox. And so if Sorrell can be more of that kind of all-around versatile, set the edge type edge defender, and then obviously if DDS, I'm just so excited to see what he can do in preseason because it sounds like he's just a freak on a leash that wants to get let off, and that'll be pretty fun. And then obviously I got to see what little baby Micah can do. What this nickname is it just for poops and gigs or what?
Yeah, I tell you, man, he's created a little bit of buzz in camp too, especially when the pads came on. So that's a player that it's going to be really, really fun to see what he can do this year. And you look at him, you go, he's not really prototypical 34 outside linebacker, but boy, he can get after the quarterback, no problem, man. So yeah, that would be an interesting one to watch too. If you guys would do me a big favor, smash that like button. Shout out to William Bogman. Thank you for the jewels there, sir. Appreciate the support. And we're just waiting for everything to get cranked up here. We're going to go back to X. Looks like we're getting a couple more updates here, and we'll kind of probably hang out on social media for most of the night here. As you can see, Trace Mack was out there warming up just a few minutes ago. Bill Huber tweeted out, Jacob, I'm getting some kind of audio in the background. Do you have it playing, or is it? I'm wondering if it's playing on mine somewhere and I can't hear it.
No, I should be.
No, you don't have any audio at all? Okay.
No.
That's strange. That's really, really strange. It sounds like announcers talking. I don't know who it is. Tim sneak in here on us. So here's a shot for Sleeper Packers. Packers rookie kicker Trace Mack getting some kicks up for family night before family night begins here at Lambeau Field. So obviously getting that work in. I wonder if anybody's tracking what's gone in and what hasn't here, Jacob. I haven't seen anything yet, but Wes Hawkwood says, I tell you that John Kuhn fella is a man of the people. You see Kuhn out there hanging out with the crowd as everything's getting cranked up. Look like a pretty good little crowd filing in early as well. But we said Tim's name, and look at this, man. He magically pops in. We'll give him a second to settle in. And, again, we'll try to keep the audio in check. We had some problems the other night. Hopefully we can keep that good to go, and we'll get it tested when Tim does hop in. Appreciate him coming right in, probably from work, and getting in here to talk some ball. Another position to talk about here, defensive tackle. We kind of talked about it. One of the camp darlings so far, Jacob, is Anthony Campbell. Anthony Campbell's a guy that two practices he batted down 4 passes, and then he ended up getting a sack in the next practice, it sounded like, and he had a run stop as well, what would have been a run stop with the thud. This is a dude that he's just kind of coming out of nowhere. And last year we broke camp with 6 defensive tackles. This would be my projection here. Devontae Wyatt, Javon Hargrave, Chris McClellan, Warren Brinson, Carl Brooks, Nas Stackhouse. So the remaining defensive tackle pool is Jordan Riley, Jonathan Ford, Jaden Crumity, and Anthony Campbell. Is there somebody on the bottom of this roster? You and I talked about this, and we kind of came up with the same thing here. We're looking at Carl Brooks going, is this the year that Carl Brooks gets let go? And I don't know. I like Carl Brooks, and he played his best ball in a 34 his first year in the league. Since then, he's kind of declined. He's kind of tapered off. I mean, it doesn't matter what metric you look at. When you look at the pass rush rate, when you look at the run stop rate, when you look at the PFF grade, everything tends to suggest that Carl Brooks has gotten worse. But you got to think, we went to a 4-3, and he got worse. Now we're back to a 34. What if he gets back to that original form, playing defensive end of the 34 front? But nonetheless, Anthony Campbell's on the outside looking in, and this kind of goes into effect that if we do break camp with only 3 tight ends as opposed to 4, good chance you could carry 7 defensive tackles to have Anthony Campbell on the roster. What's your thoughts on that, man?
Yeah, it's tough. I think that you just reiterated it. Wolfpack says at camp battling Ford, Brinson, and Stackhouse for the spot. I guess in the chat, guys, if you had to pick between one of those 3 that he would replace or just keeping them and not having Campbell on the 53, I guess what would you do? I still would stick with Brooks, would have to be mine, just because I do understand what you're saying about him having his best time when we were in the 3-4. That being said, it's just I feel like I want the younger guys, a little more new blood in there to try to see if we can, crack that floor up a little bit. You know what I mean? That's just kind of where I sit with it. And I love Carl Brooks. I really, really do. So I don't like this scenario. I'd rather it, not rather, but I feel like the depth chart will probably work itself out because of just the way the injuries seem to happen no matter what you do. So hopefully I'm wrong, but I feel like that's probably what's going to end up dictating our starting 5 or 6, whatever it could be.
Yeah, it looks like it's kind of mixed reviews here in the chat. Ruben in the chat says, keep Campbell and let Brooks go. Give the younger guy an opportunity. Holmes says stack. 2-0 for this says Campbell over Brooks. Holmes says Campbell will clear waivers. I think that's a decent take there, Holmes. I really do. He's bounced around the league quite a bit. I don't know if anybody would take Anthony Campbell and put him on their 53. Carl Brooks, it's funny we're saying, is he the odd man out here, not being like a traditional nose in the sense of how Nas Stackhouse is built, but Carl Brooks, I think, would have a harder time clearing waivers than Anthony Campbell now that we're talking about it. So it's going to be interesting, man, to see how everything plays out. Tim, you ready to go? You give me a thumbs up when you want to hop in here, big dog. Oh, there we go. All right, man. I need you to let me know if you hear any kind of echo at all. Jacob, you do the same now that all three of us are in here. All right, Tim, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Good, boys. Family night.
Ready to roll, baby. Ready to roll. It's going to be awesome. No echo, Jacob. We good?
There's a little bit of an echo.
So there is an echo.
Uh-oh.
All right, cool. So I'll make sure I mute my mic when I'm not talking. So we'll continue this party on here. Looking at stack backer, Zaire Franklin, Edgerrin Cooper, Isaiah McDuffie, and Tyron Hopper. Left in the linebacker pool, Nick Neiman, Christian Welch, TJ Quinn. To me, I think the 4 are set. That's the 4 you're going to break camp with if everybody's healthy. Zaire Franklin, Edgerrin Cooper, Isaiah McDuffie, and Tyron Hopper. I think Christian Welch, you could make a case for him being on the roster. You could also make a case for Nick Neiman being on the roster as well. Those are 2 good special teams players. Is there anything else here or any other way that you guys see this linebacker room? I'll start with you, Tim, since we haven't gotten your take yet, man. How do you feel about the linebacker room and how this might shake out?
Yeah, that's our 4 right there. I'm with you, Clay. I think if you're going to maybe break camp with 5, it's Iola's own Christian Welch, guy I've been rooting for the last couple of years to make the squad. I think he's played a few meaningful snaps for us off and on, but I feel really good about this linebacker room. Ziggy Franklin, you got Edge Coop, Zay McDuffie, fresh off the new deal, and of course, someone that I think everyone on this pod has wanted to see a lot more of is Tyron Hopper. So I think that's your 4 for sure.
Got it, man. Got it. So if you guys would do me a big favor, we got 471 watching here on YouTube, only 116 likes. Let's get those likes up. And again, shout out to everybody for helping us hit 10,000 subs. We blew past that today. So the channel's growing like crazy. It's all, and thanks to you guys just taking a second and hitting that like button, it helps more than you know. Sleeper Packers out there. I mean, they have got the best seats in the house this evening. Trey Smack with a shot from the logo. Looks like it was good to me.
Here's a guy.
I was told Trey Smack sucked. What is going on here? Hitting a field goal in Lambeau Field from the logo, from the midfield logo. Jacob, I'm telling you, man, this is how it's going to go, dude. Everybody was all freaking out, shaky. What's going to happen to Trey Smack? Watch him go out there and be the next Ryan Longwell. How awesome would that be, dude?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Tim is the president of the Trey Smack fan club here, but I want the best for the kid. Like I said, he's starting to feel what the stadium's going to look like when it's full bore with fans. I want him to get a little taste of that tonight, get the blood pumping, have the nerves come out a little bit. That way you can kind of shake him off, get used to it. And then more than anything, the roar of the crowd when he makes one. Like, I can't imagine what that must feel like to just boot it 55 yards, watch it split the uprights, and then just listen to 50, 60, 70,000 people just stand and cheer. I mean, it's a lonely game when you miss, but oh man, you get all the glory when you make it. So it's pretty cool to think about that.
I love it. That's good from 61. If my eyes are not misleading me here, makes you feel pretty good.
I think you're right. Yep. Sorry, Tom, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just thinking the same thing. That would have been a 61-yarder there. Now, with all that being said, hey, guys, let me know in the chat. Do y'all hear any echo in the chat? There were some people saying echo. I think they were just joking. But I want to make sure you guys aren't getting any kind of echo with us hanging out here and talking. And appreciate everybody hanging out with us. So Yeah, with the whole thing there, for 61 yards, we knew he had a strong leg. We had talked about it, in the pre-draft process. There was plenty of footage of him indoors at the practice facility at the University of Florida hitting boomers at 61 yards, right? Or 60 yarders, I should say. The question is, can he hit those intermediate ones, right? Can he hit them when they count? This is going to be a work in progress, man. Again, if people were setting expectations for Trace Mack to go out there and break rookie records and be the greatest kicker in Packer history, I think you're setting unrealistic expectations for yourself. He's a rookie kicker. But at the end of the year, if we look up and it was comparable to Brandon McManus's field goal percentage, and then he hits the important kicks down the stretch in the playoffs, that's all you can ask for, man. That's all you can ask for. And I think that here's the other thing, the booing, right? I love the sound, the sound bite on Wildy and Tausch where it's Coach Barry Alvarez saying, "Go boo in a bar." Like he got mad because they were booing Wisconsin, the Wisconsin football team last year. I know people think that booing is like cool and it helps. It does nothing good for your team. Like there is zero positive that comes out of somebody booing a rookie kicker, right? I just want to say that. I don't mean to sound like the get off my lawn guy, but the fans that go to the stadium and they boo, it's like those players are not coming off that field going, "Man, we got to play better. They're booing us." I promise you. They're probably going, "Man, screw them. They don't know the work I put in. I didn't want to miss that kick. I didn't want to drop that pass." That does not help people. I don't know, man. What's your all's take on that, Jacob? I know you come from the school of hard knocks here, right? How do you feel about fans booing at the game? Because it drives me insane. And I know that those same fans would not get in a player's face if they seen them on the street out there on Oneida and go, "Boo, you suck." They wouldn't do that, right? How do you feel about that?
I mean, there's a time and place for everything. If you were the Lions and you literally hadn't been in the playoffs in 30 years and you're sitting there up in the upper decks with a bag over your head, I think it's fair to boo. You know what I mean? If you're a Cleveland's Brown fan, if at any point in the history of the world, I think it's all right to boo. If you're, maybe like a Dolphins, a Jets fan, and you've just seen nothing but crap over and over and over, I think it's all right to boo. When you're sitting in the stands of one of the most storied franchises that has had arguably 40 consistent years of some of the best offenses, 3 of the best quarterbacks in the history of the game, 2 NFL titles. Oh, and by the way, the whole thing that like people want to win is called the Lombardi Trophy for a reason. So maybe I don't think the Packer fans have the ability, or I should say shouldn't have the ability to sit there and be so pompous and selfish and bratty that we get to boo because maybe a kicker that's a brand new to the game, brand new to the league, hooks it a little bit like 3 foot to the right. You know what I mean? If it becomes an issue over and over and over, then we have that whole philosophy of see something, say something. But I don't want the boo birds to come out just because we're a little disgruntled and things didn't go exactly what we wanted. So that's my thought on it.
And Tim, it also it literally when you see video of it, and believe me, the national sports media hates us enough. They're going to show it if our fans are booing, and then it gets spread around social media, and now we look like a bunch of asshats. You know what I'm saying? It all it does is embarrasses the fan base. It doesn't help the team. It doesn't help the players. So you got to take on it there, Tim. I know you're out there at Lambeau booing on Sundays.
Never. And I mean, especially for kickers, you don't want to do that. It's already a lonely position in this league, but really anyone else on that roster, if you're a fan, you support your team, good, bad, great, anything in between. Fan is short for fanatic. You should fanatically support your team, whether you agree with the play on the field or not. Ups and downs are a part of any season, a part of any player's career path and trajectory. As we look at Bill Hubert's tweet here saying lousy camera work, but here's smack from 61. I don't think it's lousy camera work because I'm seeing that Joker's good from 70, boys. You see how much he had on the end of that kick? So, you won't see me booing Trey Smack or any of the Packers ever when I'm at 1265.
I'm with you, Tim. He had a little bit extra on that kick, no doubt about it, man. So,
look dead center too.
Yeah, it really did, man. And again, this is with a backup long snapper. Jacob talked about that earlier today. Like, you got a backup long snapper out there too. They're trying to work through this as Matt Orzik gets healthy. So, completely agree with that. Let's see if we got anything else going on. That was from the logo.
Yeah. Dana's tweet right there, or his post. Boo the rest, not the team.
Yes. Hey, there you go. Everybody free reign the boo the rest. No doubt about it, man. Let's see what this is. If there's anything here, Wes Hawkowitz quote tweeted Mike Spofford, who said, "With the specialists all alone on the field, Trace Mack just hit a field goal in the warmups from 62. That might have been good from 64 or 65." Wes Hawkowitz quote tweeted him and said, "In other developments, former Northern State receiver / Birmingham Stallions equipment manager Clay Schmitz has caught all of Daniel Whelan's punts. Hashtag hands of steel." Wes Hawkowitz out there giving you the nuggets on the practice field. So it's pretty cool, man, to see him. This is what you needed for Trace Mack. Maybe that'll take a little bit of the pressure off him, right? Here you see Matt Schneidman with a great shot. The Lambeau crowd 15 minutes before practice starts. That's pretty full, boys. That's looking good. The whole lower bowl, essentially, Jacob, is looking fairly filled up there, man. Nobody in the upper deck up there in the nosebleeds yet, but that's filling in real nice. My guess right there looks like it's probably, what do you think, 50,000 people? Something like that, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, around 50,000. And there's still a chance it might file in a little bit more, but still, I mean, you put me in front of 50,000 people, I'd be lucky if I could tie my shoe without, completely losing my mind. So it's going to be interesting. He's definitely going to have the blood pumping, and this is the type of pressure that we're going to need to put on him because it's going to happen one way or another. You're muted, Clay.
Man, I'm over here spilling my guts, Jacob. I'm sharing my life. So, yeah, 2-0 for this as the Packers stream is live, but I will still be here. It looks like Larry McCarron just got through interviewing Coach LaFleur. So you guys have that on the background, mute it, and we can hang out in here and talk ball. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Do me a big favor, smash that like button. We got a huge crowd in here. There's no better way of kicking off the football season than hanging out in here with a bunch of Packer fans and getting keeping the tradition going here with Packers family night. So, just looking around here. I think we're all up to date. Jacob, is there anything else in the chat you want to hit? You got anything marked, or are we pretty much caught up, man? It won't let me unmute you, brother. You're muted now.
Oh, sorry. I liked what Coach was talking about. This was a comment he made when we were talking about the tight end room. He said, so many teams drafted tight ends last year. I bet the talent can fall to us pretty far this next year for sure. That's a really good point. I think I read somewhere that it was 14 tight ends were taken in the first 2 or 3 rounds, and it broke a record kind of thing. And a lot of those young tight ends are slated to become starters. So I think that's a really good point to your point there, Coach. I would love it. I love, anytime there's a big tight end class. I was so excited about Tucker Kraft. I'll be honest, I was more of a Luke Musgrave guy. I thought that was going to be, the guy that would really hit it out of the park, and I'm pleasantly surprised that I was wrong. And he hasn't been terrible by any means, but when you compare him to Tucker Kraft, there's just no comparison to Tucker Kraft. That's just how it is, man.
Yeah, Tucker is one that if he returns completely to his normal form, right, that Packers offense is going to be so scary, dude. There's so many people that are overlooking it. I'm telling you, we're in a perfect spot as a team, as a fan base. The fact that there's so many people that are overlooking how good this offense could be is just, it's right where I want to be, man. It is. Again, Jaden Reed is so freaking underrated. So underrated, it's not even funny. Led the Packers in receiving his first 2 years in the league. Christian Watson, what he was doing last year, second in the league in yards per reception. Again, over a 10-week span, he was a top 5 wide receiver in the league. Well, he didn't have 1,000 yards because he was hurt, you knucklehead, right? And I'm obviously talking to other fan bases because that's the first thing they say. It's like, you got to have 1,000 yards for it to be a successful season, and don't even take into consideration how many games a player actually plays, what they're averaging per game, what they're averaging per catch, what's their EPA per target, all those things. You get those 3 guys on the field together, and oh, by the way, Matthew Golden is looking like a demon this year in training camp as well. I'm telling you, the sky's the limit for this Packers offense. I think they're going to carry the load for this team, no doubt about it, man.
Yeah, dude, I'm just very excited. There's just so many things to be hopeful for. I mean, there's so many aspects of this team that got better over the season, many different positional groups, and once again, it's just going to be the injury bug. If we can stay on the better side of it, which I just have to believe, we talk about the return from the regressions, positive and negative. The Bears, I believe, just aren't going to be able to sustain the type of fourth quarter comebacks, the amount of turnovers that they got, the way that the ball literally bounced their way in so many different occasions. I think that's the opposite side of the spectrum is the Green Bay Packers. please, for the love of God, don't let us go through as many injuries in key positions, key players, guys that are literally like the staple of our offense, being Tuck, Christian, Reed, having guys like Elton at the time that went down. Tom was going in and out of injuries. I mean, it just seemed like we couldn't catch a break. And then obviously when you lose Micah on the opposite side, that's your whole heart and soul. The defense immediately just gets your legs kicked out from underneath you. And then the addition in that cornerback room, I have probably no better excitement that I've had on a early draft pick than what we have with Cisse. I mean, he just seems like he's hit the ground running. I'm so excited to see him. That's so good. And isn't that funny, dude? Is that they literally try to sit here and actually talk smack to us about how Caleb Williams is a better quarterback. You've never had a 4,000-yard passer. Like, stop right there. Just stop. That's all you got. That shouldn't be the only stat you have to bring up, because there's probably about 55 other ones that we could bring up that would just smack their face into it. But the fact that you have never had a quarterback go for over $4,000, it's just crazy.
He's obviously, if you guys are listening on the pod later, talking about a Jacob Morley tweet. He tweeted out a picture of Wayne Larrivee with binoculars up in the booth, and it says, Wayne looking for a 4,000-yard passer in Chicago. It's just amazing, man, how they talk Caleb up like he is this. The guy had more interceptions than touchdowns in the playoffs. Like, he's the reason the Bears did not beat the Rams. People don't talk about it. He is the reason the Bears did not beat the Rams in the playoffs. No doubt about it. So it's just mind-boggling. And again, here's the beautiful thing about this. I want to get your take on this, Tim, because the beautiful thing about this is here in a few weeks, we're about to find out. We're about to find out what the Bears are. We're about to find out what the Packers are. They're gonna set that ball down, and they're gonna blow that damn whistle, and everybody's gonna put their cleats in the ground, and they're gonna start cracking skulls, and we're gonna see who the better team is. And I think the Bears, the Bears fans, they spent all last year pretending like and just underselling the fact that the Packers were so injured. Like, oh no, they're just making excuses. Now, by God, now they're going to find out what a healthy Packers team looks like, especially once Micah returns. What if the Packers start off this season and they come out strong? And I mean, they're off to a hot start. And let's say they go 3-1 or even 4-0, and then we beat the Chicago Bears at home without Micah Parsons. Then what are they going to say? And what if they hiccup? What if they come into week 5 at Lambeau and they're 1-3? It's just going to be absolutely glorious. Dunking on Bears fans all year long. They're the number 1 regression candidate of all the NFL teams. Why is that? Because everything bounced their way last year. All of the turnovers. Caleb Williams had 10 turnover-worthy throws that fell incomplete. Think about that. If half of those get picked off, they're probably they may not even make the playoffs, to be honest with you. That's how close it could have been, right? And now you go into this year and you're playing the number 1 schedule, right? You're playing all the number 1 teams in the divisions because you won the North. Welcome to the Bears, or welcome to the Packers' normal issue, right? Let's see how y'all handle it, big boys. And again, they're starting off the season with one of their top free agent additions in Kobe Bryant. I don't wish for anybody to be hurt, but he's the guy that's supposed to be replacing Kevin Byard, right? He was supposed to be kind of the guy that's patrolling the secondary, going to be picking passes off. He's out for 8 to 10 weeks. So, again, I think that the tide's going to shift here, Tim. And when they set the ball down and they go play here in a few weeks, man, I think that people are going to look up and go, here's the thing, too. The national media, they'll go hush on it. They'll act like it's not a big deal. They won't talk about, oh, crap, we overhyped the Bears. They'll move on to another large market team to try to get their ratings up. That's what's going to happen. What's your thought on the Bears and obviously this dig that we got here with Wayne Larrivee against the Bears not having a 4,000-yard passer?
In the words of the great Denny Green, they are who we thought they are. The Bears still suck, always have, always will. I think you're right, Clay. They might be on a trajectory here to really expose themselves. And I'm sure the Bears fan base will, find excuses or find reasons or, pick at things that are irrelevant to, justify why, they think their team is so hot. We gave Ben Johnson a lot of crap, obviously, when he took that job. And I think last season proved that, he can be a head coach in the NFL, and you don't want to, overlook him and what he's been able to do, getting the Bears to, a playoff run last year and, as lucky as they got throughout the season. But that was last year. This is this year. And I'm going to put my money on the Green Bay Packers over the Bears. both matchups. I think maybe we don't split with the Bears this year. Maybe we win them both. I don't know. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, man. I mean, one thing that I totally forgot about, which I believe it was, yeah, Derek over here says Tucker Kraft didn't play any of the 3 games against the Bears last year. I don't know if that's fact check true, but I remember he missed, I think, considerable time with that. So if that's the case, even if he missed 1 game, you didn't have the full effect of the Tuck Norris lawn dart coming down your throat, bro. And I feel like that if anything, he's going to be so motivated. It's kind of like the interviews, if you've listened to Tuck and Micah, just basically how they're kind of patient. They're letting the system kind of work its way through them, right? They're not going to try to force themselves back and re-injure and put themselves in a deeper, darker hole. But they both basically said, don't worry about me. Worry about what you guys are going to do once I'm on that field, because I am coming to eat your children, to quote Mike Tyson. He's coming to eat your children, all right?
What did Tuck say last year? He was gonna find your childhood home and burn it to the ground.
Yeah, dude. Let's go.
That was incredible.
That. That's some great attitude. That's exactly what I want.
We need to keep the piss hot, especially when it comes to divisional rivalry. I mean, Packers Bears, whether it's at 1265 or in that hellhole in Chicago, you got to keep the piss hot, man. The rivalry is still strong.
Yeah. So it looks like Jen confirmed, yeah, because we had him week 12 and week 14. Tuck went out week 9, so that would have been 3 with the playoff game. That's interesting. Yeah, dude. All right, let's see what happens when you get a healthy dose of Tuck coming down your throat.
Easy now, easy. So I'll tell
figuratively.
You, yeah, figuratively. I'll tell you this, dude. The Broncos game, if you guys go back and watch the Broncos game, on the road, one of the toughest places to play last year, and the Packers were pretty much dominating that game. Micah goes out. I think we lost. It was either Zach Tom or Devontae Wyatt we lost in that game as well. Like, you just had – that was the game where I officially got on the postgame show and said, all right, guys, I think this thing's – we can't win with a minor league club here. You know what I mean? This ain't going to happen, right? But the fact that you were kind of taking arguably the second best team in the entire league and smacking them around at home before these extra other players went out with the injury, it really speaks volumes as to how this team was playing. I think they're going to pick up right where they left off. And if they do play it safe with Micah and he comes back stronger than ever, my goodness, dude, look out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Shout out to Gray Matter for becoming a member here on YouTube. Appreciate the extra support. Also, the best way to support what we do here at PTA, you can become a YouTube member if you want, but there's a lot of extra perks if you join our Patreon group, patreon.com/Packer Fan Total Access. We're actually going to be doing a giveaway tonight. Now, if you join tonight, you're not going to be in this giveaway. You'll be in the next one, but we're going to put everybody's name on the pinky wheel, spin that sucker, whoever it lands on. We're going to be giving away an autographed Luke Musgrave rookie card this evening. We just gave away an autographed Marshawn Lloyd card as well. We got some cool Josh Jacobs stuff coming up. We got an Xavier McKinney autographed jersey as well. Just a way for us to give back to those who are supporting the channel. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us here on Family Night. You see Cam Azir tweeted out, here comes the receivers. So we got the skill guys out on the field. Tim, I've been talking to Jacob about this most of the day here, man. When we went live earlier today, is there a receiver that you're excited to see? Now, I know we've talked about Will Shepherd in the past. Isaiah Nayer has made he pretty much was one of the top Packer players of this padded practice week. You've also got J. Michael Sturdivant in the mix. Is there a Packer receiver? It could be a starter. It could be a backup. What receivers are you excited to watch tonight and see what they do, man?
Definitely MG and definitely Bird, but I'm sure it'll be in limited fashion. This will be a light kind of fun practice tonight, but those two guys, I mean, I think when it comes to Christian Watson, I think at this point in his career, all systems go. I think we know what we're going to get with Scoot and, the type of contribution he's going to make. But yeah, obviously my boy Will Shepherd, when you talk about some of those guys on the bottom end, but Nayer's another one. And, Sturdivant, J. Michael Sturdivant is another guy to keep an eye on. So, tonight, we'll see how the live stream looks. We'll get a couple glimpses at these guys under the lights and then see how we're looking next week when we head into the Steel City to play the Steelers.
Absolutely. We got a super chat here from 225. Thank you so much. It says wide receiver 87 looks solid. So that's J. Michael Sturdivant. Am I thinking right, Jacob?
Yes.
Who's going to be your guy you're looking for tonight at the receiver position, Jacob?
I'm gonna be looking at Nair pretty good. There's something about him that it really pops off the page for me. I do like Will Shepherd as well. Me and Tim were both kind of big on him, not as much as Tim was. That's definitely Tim's guy, but I think Isaiah Nair is the one that I'd like to see. Just if he can, like you said, he's been kind of standing out in practice. If he can do it in front of the lights, in front of again 50, 60,000 people screaming, that added pressure, actually literally being on the field and having to catch the ball in the lights. It's going to be fun to see if they can adjust. I mean, they're mimicking this time of night. It's almost like they're doing, a primetime game, kind of with the whole run out, the crowd, everything. So it's a unique situation that I don't think a lot of people really understand. That most other teams don't even get anything close to this type of experience. So it's pretty awesome.
It is awesome. I think it's a great way to see how they're going to respond to. So Turtle said this just a second ago. Thank you for the super chat 225. So Turtle says I can feel Golden's aura through my screen. Dude, he is so swagged out. It's not even funny. Like he just looks like this dude's going to be a superstar. And again, you watch the practice highlights, and it's practice. I get it, but I think this kid is going to be way better than Romeo Doubs was at X, and that's saying a lot. Rome was a solid player for the Packers. Now, granted, he should be better. He's a first-round pick as opposed to Romeo being, I believe, a fifth-round pick. But when you take everything into consideration, Matthew Golden's a good route runner. He's got great hands. He's got way more speed than Romeo Doubs had. The big thing for me is going to be how does he perform when the pressure's on? What does he do on those third and 7 plays when Romeo was the go-to guy for Jordan Love? All that is what, to me, is going to determine how good Matthew Golden is going to be for sure. So now we got some of the other folks running out here trying to get a few updates. What is all this? Wes Hockwitz is on one tonight, dude. I love it. He says, Wes on Wednesday, don't forget your binoculars for Friday night or for family night. Wes on Thursday, don't forget your binoculars on family night. Wes during family night, no binoculars, of course, right? So they are officially live. You can see here the guys coming out. That was the another shot of the receivers coming out. Dominic Yates gave it a little bit different angle there. Here we go. Matt Schneib. Tucker Kraft is not suited up tonight. Looks like he'll get family night off. So I was really hoping to maybe see him out there in full pads catching some passes, but they're obviously going to play it safe here with Tucker Kraft this evening. Rob Domofsky confirmed that. First time he's been a DMP since he came off PUP, likely just getting a day off there. Everybody kind of confirming it, tweeting it out at the same time. Ryan Wood tweeted out tight end Thomas Yasman's visa issue apparently is over. The Sydney native, who is the team's international pathway player, is at family night practice, his first in this camp. So obviously him out there on the field. This is a cool angle. You see the big boys coming out with Jordan Love. And I love Sean Ryan too, man. Sean Ryan, is he not? He's kind of a get off the bus guy, is he not?
Big Sean, baby.
That dude right there. You kidding me? I love how he's always got the belly button hanging out too, Jacob. You know what I'm saying, man? You just got you're like that in the club on a Saturday night, ain't you? Get the belly button hanging out.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's pretty much my normal attire. I look like Will Ferrell with the more cowbell guy, like the belly button hanging out, strong. It's a pretty good uniform.
With like a 3/4 pelvic thrust, right? Not just enough to go. That's awkward. That's awkward right there. So obviously, let's listen to the crowd here as they come out. Love it. You can see Jacob Monk coming out there behind Jordan Love as well. That's been a pleasant surprise for me, Jacob, is Jacob Monk. I think that's a guy that, again, PFF locked him last year. It was a little less than 60 snaps, but still with the opportunity he had, he played pretty darn well. I love the fact that they're playing him at guard too. I think they're giving him every opportunity to play a role on this team. And it looks like it's going to be him and Jagger Burton competing as backup guards. But I really like the fact that he could be your backup center here if Jagger Burton does not assume to that role. And that's another player we're looking to get a glimpse of tonight too, is Jagger Burton. What about the offensive line tonight? Anything specific you're looking for, man?
I just want the front five to stay healthy, show us that they're kind of up to snuff here. I really love what you said about Jacob Monk. I think that he deserves a chance on this team. I loved watching him last year at OTAs, running up and down the side of the field, getting the fans jacked up. I feel like that he's one of those really, really good team guys. I really want to see him get a chance, and then just try to solidify the back end of that roster. I think we know what we have in Jagger Burton. I think we know what we have in Kennard. After that, it's a little bit of a head scratcher there. But as we always talk about, we don't ever want to give gambling advice or anything. But I think Jeff's nailed it. He says my money's on the Packers winning tonight. I think that I'd take that. I'd take that bet. I think I would.
I think I would. I'd take that bet. I'd take that deal. Damn good deal. Damn good deal. Oh, here we go. We got a super chat from 225 says Golden has the best hands on the team. Let's think about that, Jacob. Does Matthew Golden have the best hands on the Packers roster? Give that a thought here. You got Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, Matthew Golden. I think those are the three that are competing for the best hands on the roster. I think I might agree with him. I think I do agree with him. And Christian Watson improved his hands tremendously last year. You could tell he really put some work into that in the offseason coming back from the ACL. His hands got a lot better. His route running even got better, believe it or not. But I think I agree with him. Would you agree Matthew Golden probably does have the best hands on the team?
I'd say him or Watson for sure. Yeah, I think I need to see just a little more consistency and from him this year, but I wouldn't be shocked if at the end of the year it's no contest.
Got it. All right. Thank you for the super chat there, 225. Appreciate you so much, buddy. Some more tweets going out live from Lambeau Field. Wes Hocklowitz just confirming Thomas Yasmin's finally there, obviously with the visa issue. Let's see here. Alec confirming it as well. Luke Musgrave here at Family Night. This is Cam Azir tweeting out. Still not practicing with an undisclosed neck/head injury. His timetable is still unknown. It's good to see Luke out there for sure. Obviously not suited up, not doing anything. Looks good. Looks like he's in great shape for sure, man. Luke Musgrave, one of those players, I just wish they would play him at receiver. You know, I wish they would just say, all right, he's a wide receiver because he truly isn't a tight end. You can still come out in a nasty split, right? You can still come out in a nasty split and have him help chip inside and whatnot or sift out of the two if he's playing technically slot. I just wish he'd get more opportunities on the outside because, Tim, I don't know how you feel about it, but to me, Luke Musgrave is not a traditional tight end. He's just not. I mean, you can look at him right there. He's slim. He doesn't look like Tucker Kraft, right? He doesn't look like McCullen Castle. He doesn't look like he damn sure don't look like God, what was his name? Big Dog back in the day, right? You don't look at 88 here on Luke Musgrave and think, man, he looks like Bubba Franks or any of the other great tight ends, right? To me, it's like the same cut from the same cloth as Jermichael Finley. Nobody looked at Jermichael Finley like a true traditional tight end. They would flex him out in the 2 and the Y and let him play receiver and take care of mismatches. I don't know. How do you feel about Musgrave here, man? And do you have any inside information being right there in Green Bay?
No,
Luke Musgrave, because this is quiet, man. It's so quiet on this neck injury, you know?
Yeah, no, no inside information other than obviously we hope it's nothing serious. And, you know, the fact that we're seeing him here without a brace on is good, right? Hopefully it's a stinger or something minor that they're monitoring. But, you know, when I hear you talk about him being, you know, maybe just a big wide receiver, I agree. You know, I don't think he's your typical tight end. But, you know, the question that I have is, does he make the 53 as a wideout? You know, with the talent that we have in this room, is there room for him, you know, as maybe the last wide receiver on the depth chart? Possibly. But I also think that with the injuries and the ups and downs that he's had since he got here, we haven't really gotten to see like a full season of him playing tight end. So, you know, who knows? But when you talk about the build and you talk about the play style, he's more of a pass catcher than he is a blocker. And I think there's some validity to the statement that he does. He looks more like the prototypical big body wideout as opposed to a traditional tight end.
Got it. All right, we have officially 602 people watching live here on YouTube. Can't thank y'all enough for sharing your Packers Family Night festivities with us, being a part of our live stream. If y'all would do me a big favor, we got 600 people watching. Only 187 likes. Let's see if we could get it up to 300. Just everybody take a quick second, smash that like button. The stream is free, and the watch party, if you will, is free. We'd greatly appreciate it if you'd hit that like button for sure. So back to the wide receiver conversation you're talking about, Tim. We were having a conversation about this pretty much all week. You know, here's the way it's listed right now. Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, Matthew Golden, Savion Williams, Sky Moore, Bo Melton. Those are your 6. That's what you broke camp with last year was 6. So you still got J. Michael Sturdom and Isaiah Nayer. If you do add Musgrave in as a receiver, I don't know if I would get rid of Bo Melton to keep Musgrave. I don't know. I don't think they're going to cut Sky Moore. It sounds like Sky Moore is locked into the 53. Goody pretty much said the other day he's going to be on this roster. Now, has he lied before in the past? Absolutely, he has. Right? He's not going to tip his hand on everything, but I just don't see a scenario now at tight end. We broke camp with 4 last year. Right now, only ones really locked in are Tucker Kraft and Josh Wiley. If Musgrave does start on IR, I don't know if he will or not. When you look at it from that perspective, kind of feels like you might. I was telling Jacob we might come out of camp with only 2 on the 53-man roster if Luke Musgrave goes to IR, and then you rotate one of these, 2 or 3 of these guys off of the practice squad, man.
I don't like that at all. Let's just hope that Mr. Musgrave is good to go here, and that it's not something super serious that's going to hold him out, because you're right. I think we're a little thinner in that tight end room than we are in the receiving room. You talk about not wanting to get rid of Bo Melton. Obviously, we just make him a cornerback again, keep him on the roster, and, we can make room for another guy in the receiver room. But the tight end room, I don't know. What are your thoughts, Jacob?
I go back and forth with it, Tim. Just because I like the idea of, if Musgrave is hurt, I don't mind trying to sneak on just 2 and then trying to use, whether that be adding additional people in the D-line room, the wide receiver room, maybe a different positional group we haven't really thought about yet. I understand what you're saying. It feels weird going into the season with 2, but I guess I don't even know who that third would be. I mean, to me, it's Tuck and Wiley, and then obviously Musgrave. If he's not healthy, that's where I think it's going to be kind of interesting watching tonight to see if anybody really kind of shines. We've talked about the guy from Tennessee. Obviously, we got Swinson. I just feel like he's more of that inline kind of old school type tight end. It leaves a lot to be desired for, man. I'll tell you what. I'm missing a guy like Ben Sims right now. It'd be nice if we had. Whatever happened to Fitz too? Is he still nursing back from injury or?
Yeah, I think he got hurt last year, right? Did he tear his ACL or something? Am I thinking right?
I thought so, towards the end of the year, right?
Yeah, real late. So it'd probably be something that, obviously 9-month rule.
So we'd be talking RJ Maryland or Dabney, right?
Well, that's the thing. RJ Maryland's gone, Tim. They cut him, so he's been released now, right?
Well, we've seen guys come back. You never know.
Boy, we've seen all these tight ends jump in and out of this roster, right? No doubt about it. It's a great point, man.
Yep.
Love this shot here from Sleeper Packers. You see Tucker Kraft is not active for Packers Family Night. He still received a warm welcome in the field from teammate Jaden Reed. This is what I'm talking about, dude. Get this guy's damn contract already, man. This team loves this guy. You're talking about a team leader. And also a really cool nugget here. Jason Wilde tweeted out, as usual, Packers have actual NFL officials here for Family Night. Unless he's changed his number, Sean Hockeylease like Hercules, obviously. His dad was the one with the guns, right?
The guns, yeah.
Says Sean Hockley is who is Matt is talking to right now is the referee for tonight's practice. I like that they bring in the official refs to kind of keep things in check. Looks like Wes Hockowitz did confirm Aaron Banks is in sweats tonight. Jagger Burton and Jacob Monk with the ones. So we've got Aaron Banks and Jagger Burton. Jagger Burton at left guard, Jacob Monk at right guard with the ones this evening. Is Anthony Belton maybe playing right tackle? That's the next question. Jacob, because when you don't see Anthony Belton at right guard, obviously Zach Tom might not be competing or participating tonight as well. Kind of makes you wonder, where's Anthony Belton at tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Belton kind of get shuffled around that line before, so it wouldn't surprise me there. I wouldn't expect, I guess, to see Tom out there tonight, but I would assume that he would slide over to right tackle. I feel like that where he did play there, it was probably his best ball, so I wouldn't be mad to see that. Obviously, it's a scrimmage, so we got to take everything with a grain of salt. It's not like, it's week 1 or anything like that, but it's definitely a little bit interesting.
And obviously, when we say Zach Tom, we're talking about Baco Biwele. All right, I've got to get better at that. So, 2-0 for this. Who's Zach Tom? Oh, I never heard of that guy, right? Zach who? So, Baco Biwele, a.k.a. Z-Back, however you want to call it. So, another news. Yeah, another nugget here from Ryan Wood. Packers defensive tackle Devontae Wyatt also not dressed for Family Night. People hear that and go, oh, man, I want to see Chris McClellan. that means Chris McClellan get a little bit more action this evening. That's going to be a lot of fun for sure. So, looks like what we got here. Micah Parsons getting the crowd fired up. Let's hear the crowd here. Kevin Robinson obviously firing the tweet out. You guys make sure you go give Kev a follow over there at _Kevin Robinson _. Love seeing his Twitter account grow. Awesome follow. Says Micah Parsons at Packers Family Night received an ovation from the Packer fans. Let's see what Micah's doing here. Love the fact that he's out there participating, man. This dude, I was told he was a bad locker room guy, fellas. What do you think, man? Micah being around this entire offseason has been awesome. Obviously, working back from the ACL, worked all offseason with Barron Sorrell, with Colin Oliver. You've seen Chris McClellan out there with him. You've seen Nas Stackhouse a couple of times out there with him. And now obviously partaking in the family night festivities. Pretty darn cool seeing him out there. Jacob, what do you think? Micah, let's break down the knee here real quick as we see him in sweatpants jogging across the field. You think he's going to be ready week 4, week 5? What do you think, Jay?
I think he's ready now. Nah, I'm guessing probably week 5 if I had to guess. But to your point, man, it's just great seeing him out there pumping up the crowd. He understands that even if he can't be out on the field doing football things, he can still be in the middle of everybody kind of jacking the crowd up, which is exactly what these people paid money for, right? They want to come and be entertained. It's awesome for him to come out there and kind of understand that he doesn't have to just sit there on the sideline and kind of mope, or not that he would, but it just shows that he understands the moment, understands the situation, understands that the community, this is not a normal event for most players, most NFL teams. I love the fact that he came out and was willing to kind of, hype up the crowd. I think that's awesome.
I agree 100%. Let's not forget this is Micah's moment too. He didn't get a camp last year. He joined kind of late to the party last season. His first training camp, his first family night experience. I want this for him as well. You got to put yourself in his shoes right now. Coming off this crazy injury and doing the rehab work. He's soaking this experience in too. You can tell he's having a good time. So we love to see it.
Shout out to the robot with human hair 9894 dropping 1,000 joules and gets the GOAT trophy here. Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Everybody do me a favor, smash that like button real quick. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us here on Family Night. So not practicing tonight. We got the entire list here, Jacob. You ready for this? Micah Parsons, Josh Jacobs, Damani Jackson, Carrington Valentine, Chris Brooks, Kamal Haddon, Jonathan Baldwin, Matt Orzik, Zach Bako Biwele, like we talked about, Aaron Banks, Tucker Kraft, Luke Musgrave, Devontae White, Jordan Riley, and Javon Hargrave. Tim, we haven't talked to you much on this. Let me go to Tim on this, Jacob, because I know I got your take before, and we'll kind of get you to reiterate. Maybe your opinions changed. Tim, are you concerned about Javon Hargrave not being out there yet, man? I'm starting to get a little bit worried. It's starting to make me. It's giving me a little bit of Aaron Banks vibes from last year, and hell, Aaron Banks still isn't out there tonight, right? But are you worried about Javon Hargrave not practicing with that knee?
I think it's a little bit of a cause for concern. I mean, you think about, bringing him into the fold and, what we thought this was going to look like with him in the mix there on that front. And then, to see him basically, I mean, it's not just tonight. It's kind of been like this the past few weeks, right? So, yeah, I think I'm a little bit concerned. I don't think it's, time to panic yet, but yeah, I would feel a lot better if we saw him out there on the field for sure.
Jacob, you getting concerned about Javon Hargrave, man? At what point, what date do you think it'll be that if we still don't see him, we go, oh crap?
I'm slowly getting a little more concerned, but I just feel like that, like what Soder says right there, that Hargrave's a seasoned pro. No need to push him. I think Gannon understands what he's capable of. It's probably more precautionary. I'm just gonna hopefully that's what it is. But I would probably start to be a little more nervous if he's not really hitting the practice field, even probably going in the next week or two. After that, then I really would start to probably be sweating a little bit. But at this point, I'm still going to trust the process, trust the coaching staff, trust that they know what's best for him, and trying to get that rehabbed and ready to go.
We got some breaking news here. Kidding me? Breaking news. Coach Lynn says they got Travis Glover at right tackle. This is where Emilio just magically pops into the stream, Tim. He's going to pop up like a genie, right? Boom, there it is, right? So Man, what about that? Travis, does that mean he's starting at right tackle? Did they already rotate into the twos? And I love what Baz said here in the on Twitter. He says practice is starting with some 7-on-7s straight to commercial break. So sounds like we're not missing too much just watching it live here, and obviously giving the updates on social media. But what do you think about Travis Glover at right tackle here, boys? Have we been sleeping on Travis Glover? We being me, because I think you guys just always laugh at Emilio talking him up like he's the second coming of Forrest Gregg or something.
I think everybody might have been except for Emilio. Obviously, he's not sleeping on Glover. We know he's a Glover lover. And, hey, if you're a Packer fan, you want to see all your guys do well. That's the cool thing about family night. This is basically a gigantic public practice / scrimmage. I mean, we could see lots of things, lots of personnel alignment switches and guys moving around. But it's nice to see Glover getting a little bit of reps with, the ones and the twos. I'll tell you that. I'm sure Emilio would agree if he was on the pod with us right now.
Oh, he would, Jacob. He would agree, Jacob. He'd be in here rant. I told y'all we got to build the wall. Travis Glover is the real deal. Blah, 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 blah. Watch him come out and watch him win a starting job just coming from the back of the pack and be dominant this year. It'd be absolutely hilarious. Of course, we said that last year, didn't we, Jacob?
Yeah, we did. And you know what? Like Jen says, no glove, no love. Sounds odd, but I agree. You know what? Maybe we'll double down. If he does make the team, I will get a bigger Emilio tattoo on my buttocks, and maybe that's how I could remedy that situation.
You think your tattoo artist can do this photo we got here?
Maybe unfortunately, yes.
He sounded so disappointed in the confidence he has in his tat artist. I love it. Oh goodness! So here's Matt Schneidman with a good shot of Lambeau as practice getting kicked off. The lower bowl, boys, is pretty much. I mean, it's pretty close to being full. There's definitely 50,000 people there, right, Tim? Maybe closing in on 60. You think?
I believe it. I mean, it's been a couple seasons since I've been to a family night game. But yeah, usually in that 40 to 50 plus range for family night. And big shout out to Larry Cano, longtime PTA posse member. I was going to try and get out of work in time to go over there and see him. He's out there at 1265 right now enjoying family night. So I don't know if you can see Mr. Larry. He's probably down there in the good seats. But yeah, I would think there's pushing 50K is going to be in the house tonight.
Yeah, Larry down there in the VIP section, man. He's probably got a play call sheet next to the floor.
Yeah. He might have sideline passes.
Mike Berry with the 10 jewels and the gold coin. Thank you so much, Mike. Appreciate the support, buddy. All right, let's see here. Moving along. In jog through warmups, number one offensive line had Burton at left guard, Monk at right guard, Belton at right tackle. So we did get confirmation. Emilio was like, damn it. I thought Travis Glover was starting at right tackle tonight. It was actually Belton at right tackle. And that's kind of how I see that. Like Zach Tom's your starting right tackle, Belton's your starting right guard. And if Tom goes out, Belton kicks the right tackle. Right. That's kind of what it feels like there. And I don't hate that. I don't hate that idea. Here we go. Big B tweeted out Trace McNeil's his first kick that I see. Future Hall of Famer. I love it. Right. There's not going to be anything in between. It's going to be he's a Hall of Famer or cut his ass. There's nothing in between when it comes to the kicker. Let's see here. Wendell Ferreira tweeted out Josh Jacobs and Chris Brooks are not practicing. The healthy Packers running back is Marshawn Lloyd. How ironic is that, right? Everybody just kind of confirming all that. The hot video for the entrance never gets old, said Alec. There's another shot of the crowd as everybody was coming out of the tunnel. Wendell Ferreira, Packers players with their families on the field. This is so cool. And then we got Baz in the house. Protect our plays. Oh, here's an entire practice live stream to our site. LOL. Baz a little chippy tonight, ain't he, Jacob? I don't know if he's in the sauce or what, but Baz taking a couple shots, which there's a lot of truth to what he said there, right?
Yeah, I mean, it is one of those things, they're very, very strict on certain stuff, but then, yeah, they'll roll out the red carpet and just be like, hey, we're going to live stream a whole practice. I'll tell you what, though, I'm watching live. It is so cool seeing all these guys with their kids. It's like, I can't even imagine how cool that would be. The kids will probably never remember it. It's more almost for like the older families, you know what I mean, and getting those photos and having some of those core memories, but it's just really, really cool. There's nothing like it in sports, man.
Yeah, no, we're very blessed, no doubt about it, man. Yeah, I seen Zaire Franklin with his family just now. Seeing everybody out there with the offensive line at the moment. Pretty darn cool, man. Yeah. All right, what else we got in the chat? Anything else in the chat you want to hit, Jacob, before we continue on here, man? Anything at all you got in there?
Yeah, Romero, what's up, bro? He says, I'm truly surprised we didn't draft a tight end this draft due to Kraft and Musgrave being in what I believe is the last of their rookie contracts. I would argue, too, dealing with some injuries. I don't know when they knew about the Musgrave thing, but obviously they knew what they had going on with Kraft. I was a little surprised that they didn't as well, especially in a tight end draft that was very, very deep, like very deep. There was guys that went in 6th, 7th rounds that I thought were still phenomenal talents, but I don't know. Do you have anything to add to that, Clay, quick?
For what? What was the question?
Just Romero was saying he was truly surprised that they didn't address the tight end position in this draft.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's interesting because you've got your tight end of the future. Obviously, Tucker Kraft's your franchise tight end. To me, I hate to say it. I don't want to pile on. I don't want to seem disrespectful to Goody, but I just don't see it seems like once he finds a tight end, okay, we'll just fill the roster with UDFAs after that. You know what I'm saying, Jacob? Like to me, it feels like, okay, they found their tight end in Tucker Kraft. All right, we only need one great tight end now. Let's fill the rest of the roster in at the tight end position with nothing but players that we could potentially pick up off the scrap heap. Now, it worked out with Josh Wiley. There's no two ways about that, right? Josh Wiley, it definitely panned out. I think they found a good one there, but I don't know, man. I'm not surprised they didn't draft one because there were some other needs. We talked about cornerback was a need. We talked about 3-tech was a need. Lo and behold, they draft a cornerback in the 2nd round. They get Chris McClellan in the 3rd round. And then, of course, DDS falls in your lap. You're just seeing them really double down on some of the premium positions with defensive tackle and edge. Every year they're going to take multiple swings at that position. It does feel like, for sure. So,
yeah. No, I agree with that. So they're giving us a little update as I'm watching it live right now. They got Michael. JMS is going to be is returning kicks right now with the ones, so that's interesting.
Yeah, that is very interesting. I don't see. I heard he was going to be a special teams contributor. I didn't think on kick return though. That's pretty fascinating for sure. And what was it? 4.41 speed, right? I think is what we had him.
I believe so. Yeah.
I think that it was either him or Nair. It might have been Nair. It was 4.41, but nonetheless, yeah, I don't really see him as a kick returner. That is a little bit surprising to me. It's very interesting.
Yeah, Coach goes on to say too that we forgot that Josh Wiley was a top 30 visit. So those
he was. What?
That always goes to show too that that's why we do so much in our draft coverage stuff is that even though these guys may not be drafted or even signed as UDFAs, down the road 1, 2, 3, 4 years, they are going to remember what they had as far as that, how they ranked them, how they judged them, how they scored them, all that kind of stuff. And if they have an opportunity to come back around, it's no surprise that they still have a lot of info on these young kids. It's a good point.
Yeah, love what Packer Doug says. Marshawn Lloyd is the lone healthy running back. Clearly, we are now living in the end times. Funny how the script flipped. You can see here, Matt Schneiden tweeting it out. All the players coming out with their family. Ryan Wood got a good shot right here.
Love it.
J Love got the princess of Titletown there, right? Obviously. Benjamin St. Juice. Love that dude too, man. If you guys have not done a little bit of studying on Benjamin St. Juice, you talk about a great family man, just a quality human being. I'm glad he's a Green Bay Packer for sure. It's what you were talking about, Jacob. This is awesome, man, seeing the families come out like this. It's what makes the Packers different. Now, you root for the Chargers. You see our boy Justin Herbert over there making out with his girlfriend, fiance, whatever. Did they get married, by the way? Have you seen that clip, Jacob? They were over there rubbing their hands through each other's hair and everything. It was just like, this is strange.
They're not married yet, but I did see that apparently she has like a $1 million ring or something. So yeah,
$1 million.
Chump change on that engagement ring. You kidding me, dude?
I'm sure it's gonna work out great.
Wes Hodkowitz tweeted out, Mark Perry is a guy we haven't talked much about in camp, but the safety is working on some of the first team special team units and taking a bunch of safety reps with the twos over the past week. So if I just take a quick glance over at the safety room, again, we haven't talked about Mark Perry. Could he sneak in here? We carried 5 last year coming out of camp. Right now, the only ones locked in are Xavier McKinney, Evan Williams, and Javon Bullard. Sounds like he will be listed as a safety, even though we know he plays slot. Catano Ladapo, I think he is a slam dunk. That leaves one spot open for either Mark Perry, Jonathan Baldwin, Mervyn Kenyon, or Jalen Simpson. Well, I've been sitting here talking about Jonathan Baldwin the whole time. He got a little banged up in practice this week. Jalen Simpson's a name that's been mentioned in the past. Watch it end up being Mark Perry. Wes Hocklitz makes a great point here, Tim, pointing out that took a bunch of safety reps with the twos over the past week. Might be a sneaky pick to make the bottom side of the roster here, man.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that that's what I'm most excited to see is guys like Perry and Jalen Simpson. Going into the preseason, man. Some of these guys. I mean, we talk about the safety room and the studs that we have there, but you always want to look to your supporting cast because we know how it is in this league. Guys get banged up, maybe have to miss a week or two. Who's going to be that next man up? And that's the beauty of training camp and preseason is we get to kind of see the bottom end of the depth chart kind of being formulated as the team comes together. So I definitely think Perry and Simpson are probably the top two names to watch, when it comes to that level of the roster. For sure.
Yeah, and again, Jonathan Baldwin got a cool story. You've also got another DB and a cornerback that's got an awesome story there in Marlon Jones, kind of rooting for that guy to at least make the practice squad as well. You see Micah running out with his kids on one on each arm here. Absolutely awesome. There's J Love again. Just so cool seeing everybody coming out with their family. Here we go. Kickoff unit. Andy Herman tweeted out Cisse, Bullard, Mosby, Melton, McDuffie, Neiman, St. Juice, Perry, Williams, Hopper, not in any specific order. So Mosby's a guy we haven't talked about, man. I don't have him making the roster right now, but he has extra added value in the special teams department. Maybe he's somebody who sneaks on the roster as well. Here's Sleeper Packers with a picture of Josh Jacobs is at Packers Family Night, but did not suit up as he's still dealing with a minor groin injury. JJ looks good, man. He looks like he is yoked this year. I love that shirt too. I gotta get that shirt. Can we find that at the Packers Pro Shop? Got the weight, the weight bar there with the G in the middle of it. Love that. All black, short sleeve hoodie. Gotta love it, man. Good workout shirt. Let's see what else we got here. Just kind of combing through. Mark Perry, they're doing the wave at Lambeau. And Jordan Love is on the field, but he's only throwing into a net allowed. The wave is in midseason form. You can almost feel the Packers offense facing a key third down situation, said Wes Hocklitz. Oh, boy, you love to see it. Here's Jason Woody. He's going to jump in on the fun. Fans doing the wave at Family Night. Matt LaFleur isn't even mad about it. How about that, man? Oh, boy, love to see it. Micah out there taking selfies with the kids. Love to see that, man. He's just so glad he's a Green Bay Packer, dude. Big B, I will never participate in the wave at Lambeau Field, practicing bad behavior before for when the season rolls around and the offense is on the field facing a big third down. That has been an issue, hasn't it, man? Jacob, I got to get your take here, man. Do you participate in the wave on third down? Does it bother you that fans do it, or are you anti-wave? How do you feel about it?
Look, here's what I'll say, all right? And this may be controversial, but
Anytime
I have been...
Jacob starts a comment with, here's what I have to say, it's BS.
I have unfortunately been to many games where I was either shushed or tapped and told to sit down, and then those same people will be participating in the wave when it's like a 3rd and 7 in the 4th quarter, and I'm just like, you sit down now. No, you sit. This is appropriate. Like, I don't understand. I feel like we've got, I love our fan base, but at that point in the game, there's usually people walk into the stadium and they're already schmammered and ready to go. They're lubricated. And then you have a lot of, let's say, older, I don't want to call them boomers, but people that maybe think of it as more of a spectator sport where there's a little more decorum. Whereas, I don't know if you remember this, Clay, but when we walked into our booth seats or our upper deck seats, you're like, you gotta behave yourself a little bit here now, Jacob. And then there's a guy behind us that was basically shirtless, screaming, "Woo!" to get caught off with the beers, and yeah, it's a fun time.
Yeah, so
I think the same fans that do the wave when the offense is on the field on a crucial third down are the same ones that don't get loud when our defense is on the field and it's 3rd and short, and we need you to be hype and we need you to be loud. I'll just say that.
It's such a fair point. So we were up in the club suites, right? Whatever I don't even know what you call it, but we're basically in the 600 section. We're on the front row. They were awesome seats, were they not, Jacob? It was unbelievable. We're up there with the upper crust, right? And Yeah, I told Jacob, listen, dude, I can see it in your damn eye. I see the beard. It's the first time we met, right? It's the first time we met. Like, listen, paid a lot of money for these tickets. I ain't getting thrown out on my head because you up here with your shirt off running around, showing piercings that people don't need to see. You know what I mean?
You do that, you're going to get your ass kicked in that.
And sure enough, dude, right behind us, there's a guy. His check liver light was on before the damn ball got kicked. It was unbelievable. He got cut off, got mad about it, came back complaining to us. Jacob, Tim, I've never seen anybody so quickly. You could see it processing in Jacob's mind. This guy's like, "Hey, wouldn't sell me a beer. They cut me off." And Jacob, you could see him immediately go, "I got to go try before they cut me off." And he ran back there real quick. He comes back with 2 stovepipes, and that dude was mad, dude. He was so mad. They sold Jacob beer. But yeah, Jacob's right though, man. We were the calm ones, and everybody else was rowdy up there. We had Christian Watson's family. His mom and his sister were sitting in the same section as us. They sound like they were getting loud back there in that area. It was cool environment. It was awesome.
Man.
All right.
Did you see the sunset? They just showed a picture of the sunset over the top of land. I mean, what? It's so freaking beautiful, man. It's unbelievable how pretty that is.
Yeah, it's great, man. No doubt about it. Trying to see if there's any other updates. Again, there's Micah hanging out with the fans. Kraft on the field catching passes during quarterback drills, not running routes though. Okay, so they have shut him down for the evening. No doubt about it. There you see the Packers. Time to party. Click the video to watch the stream. J Love out there warming up. I'm excited to see what he does this year, man. He just looks so confident. He looks so comfortable now. Matt LaFleur has basically built this offense around him. He and Matt are on the same page. There's no two ways about that. Get all these weapons back. It's going to be a fun year, man. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Get anything else in the chat you want to hit here, Jake?
Yeah, we just got a super chat from H.E. Soder. It says, I was accused of being a Vikings fan. That nice elderly woman has no idea how close she came to meeting her maker. I'll hit a grandma. That's tough, man. I've been there.
I think he had about a
65%.
65%. That's what we chance of going to the Clink that night in Brown County. You know what I'm saying? I wonder how many people that are watching this stream has been in the Clink in Brown County, Tim. Yeah, I'd say it's at least 20% of our viewers have been in the Clink in Brown County.
Hey, I'm just gonna tell you, if you've been there, you better
wash your hands, wash your butt, man. That's it. That's all.
It's such a good drop. I'm telling you, man. I know Taylor's been a Packer for years, but we got to keep it forever, man. God, it's so good. It's so good. And also, if you eat the PB&J down there in Brown County,
cheese curds make my stomach hurt all the time, but I do eat them though.
You come out of there with the bubble guts. You know what I'm saying, Jacob? You ever had that that Clink food before, Jacob?
Yeah, a couple times down in Nashville.
it's
not good, man. It's white bread, a mustard packet, some of them, I don't even know if you can call it cheese, and then one thin slice of, I think it's like bologna, and then they'll give you some, some Walmart version, like vanilla wafers, and you're just like...
Jacob just broke down the whole damn menu. I love it.
Not that I've been there before. No. Dude, and the worst part is when they kept you in holding, they had a TV up in the corner, and all they played was Law and Order, but they didn't have any sound. So you would just be sitting there watching Ice-T, like, say some stupid monologue, and you're just like, can you change it to anything else than Law and Order? Please.
I love that we've had such a problem with Jacob's mic volume the last 3 days, but we get to talking about jail time, and we hear him just fine. He's projecting just fine. He's excited. You hear it in his voice. It's absolutely
I'm not going to lie. I was faded. I ain't going to lie. I was faded. Like,
I figured they'd be serving Hattie B's down there in Nashville, man. They ain't got no Hattie B's in the Clink.
I'd be breaking into jail if that was the case.
For those of you who don't...
Sit your butt outside.
Hattie B's chicken down there in Nashville. We ate at the main headquarters down there, downtown Nashville, before we headed out. Now, your boy, the Titans game the night before, me and Emilio went down. They had Captain Morgan slushies at that Titans game. And I'm telling you, man, I drank 2 of those Captain Morgan slushies, and I don't know, probably 3 or 4 bruchachas. And I didn't use the bathroom one time during the game. That's how hot it was. And we need to pull that next game or that next day show, that morning show we did the night. Because remember my voice? I don't know if y'all remember that, but it was bad, dude. It was real bad. So then we after everything, after everything kind of finished up that night, we found ourselves at like 2 a.m. in a milkshake shop in downtown Nashville. Don't know how we got down there, but we did. It was glorious. And then before we headed out of town, let's go to Hattie B's, get some hot fried chicken, right? I bet I stopped 6 times on the way home, man. I was puking. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible.
You think God never farted?
Hey, man, I'm telling you, Tim, we would get 2 or 3 exits down the road. I look at Mandy, I go, hit this exit. let's go again. There's no wood line to sneak off in, but yeah, absolutely horrible, man. But that's what happens when you drink too much in the sun. Let's see what. Oh, we got some shots here. Hold up, boys. It's getting real. It's getting real. Big B said, just saw Anthony Belton and Jordan Morgan have great reps and one-on-one. Sky Moore makes a ridiculous catch. We eating good, he says. And here's a bird's eye view of the one-on-one pass rush, pass block drill. We'll just kind of let it loop here, see what we see. Look at Jagger Burton. Jagger Burton on Carl Brooks right there. And you've seen the rookie kind of pat him on the back, good rep, and Carl Brooks like, shut up, rookie. Get away from me. Look at Sean Ryan. That was Sean Ryan handling Chris McClellan, wasn't it? Let's see here. Shot maybe a little hold up around the neck. That's all right, though. Chris McClellan's a big boy. He is a big boy. Let's see if we got another one here. We got a couple more. Sean Ryan snapping the ball. Oh, got 91 to jump. That's Brinson, right? Got Brinson playing a 4-eye, looks like here. Going up against Jacob Monk. Kind of feels like Brinson won that rep. Let's reset again. Again, it looks like the offensive line, they're working off the left side. Oh, here's DDS. Oh, DDS just beat Belton. You see it?
Nice little speed. Fall started too.
Yeah. DDS is a monster, dude. Look at Jordan Morgan anchor. Let's go. It was against LVN. Let's watch that one again. Watch Jordan Morgan here. Look at that anchor. Let's go on that bull rush from LVN. It's so bittersweet, right, guys? Because it's like one win, one's loses. Oh, crap. Is he bad or is he good, right? It's the problem you always have watching these drills. But, again, pretty cool stuff here. Great shot by Rob Domowski. LVN, boys, what's your projection? I'm going to put you on the spot right now. How many sacks does LVN have this season for your Green Bay Packers? Jacob, you go first. How many sacks does LVN finish with?
I'm going to say 11.
Tim?
I'm going to say 7 through week 5. I'm with you, Jacob. I'm in that 10 plus for sure. Probably 11 to 13 or something like that if he really pops off.
If he has 11 to 13 sacks and Micah comes back and he's as strong as he was before he tore his ACL, this defense is going to be nasty. I'm just telling you right now, man. I'm telling you right now. Moving along here, 1-versus-1s are here. Christian Watson beats Brandon Cisse. This is what we talked about, Jacob. We wanted to see Cisse covering Watson. We've seen him shut down some of these other receivers. Wanted to see how he fared against Watson. Watson beats Cisse. Matthew Golden with a nice route on Keyshawn Nixon in the one-on-ones. Just saw a rep at Family Night said Kevin Robinson, 5-yard slant to Watson and gets Cisse behind him before taking off with the ball. So it was a slant. Nice to know a little bit more detail there. Appreciate you, Kev. And then Baz says, Alexander Basarski says, man, Matthew Golden diamond release into a slant is so damn clean. So you love to see that. Here's Matthew Golden versus Keyshawn Nixon. Rob Domowski with the tweet. Lord have mercy. Look at Golden. Yes, sir. What do you think, Jacob?
I'm over the moon. I was watching one too. I'm sure you'll have it up here in a little bit. Watson got the best of Cisse a couple different times, but there was a slant route where he absolutely shuts him down, swats the ball away. I mean, there was just one that was kind of a back shoulder catch in the corner of the end zone where Watson missed the ball. It was a good thrown ball, but Cisse was right there, and Watson jumped up and dabbed him up. It looks like he's starting to get some respect from some of these real top tier receivers too. I mean, I'm so excited watching him, man. This is great.
It is, man. It's really, really cool to see him on this release. And again, it was a bad ball, good ball there. That's 6, right? But good job by Golden to adjust to the ball and get his feet in for sure. I'm telling you, man, Golden. I'm trying to think of who he reminds me of. The only person I can come up with is Greg Jennings. That's who he reminds me of. It's kind of like that Greg Jennings, kind of a tighter build, right? Now Jennings never had his speed, obviously, never had 4.2 speed, but yeah, I don't know. Golden, that's kind of who he reminds me of is Greg Jennings. He definitely he looks more explosive than Romeo, no doubt about it. He doesn't look as smooth as Romeo through the catch point sometimes, but still, it's just his second year in the league. But all right, moving along here. Some excellent coverage reps from McKinney in one-on-ones. You love to see that. And then Ryan Wood had tweeted out, Matthew Golden gets the better of Keyshawn Nixon versus in 1v1s, shakes Nixon on a shallow slant, then gets behind him on the deep go and catches Jordan Love's pass over the shoulder. So that was a Love pass. I was wondering who threw it. That was definitely a Jordan Love throw right there. So very, very interesting. Anything in the chat, Jake?
Yeah, there's tons of stuff. So I don't know if I'm ahead of you a little bit, but they're doing 11 on 11s right now. Cisse just had Watson motion out, and he was just a tad late. He did break up the ball a little bit, but Watson was able to secure it. I'm just really impressed with it. It seems like they're almost throwing Cisse, I don't want to say shadowing Watson, but they're making him go against him and really absolutely having a battle right now. That's what Jen's talking about. Cisse versus Watson is fun. I'm sure you'll get some clips coming in here, but I'm so excited seeing this guy. It seems like they're throwing him right in, and he is not afraid at all. It seems like he's holding his own, and I couldn't be more excited. That's what Gray Matter's talking about. It says Cisse looks like Velcro out there. You're muted, Clay.
Sorry. Mike Spofford, 1v1 pass catchers, defenders highlights. Golden, multiple grabs versus Nixon. Cisse, pass breakup versus Watson at the goal line. Won a second rep due to a bad throw. McKinney, 2 pass breakups at the goal line versus Wiley/Reed. So McKinney just doing McKinney things. Reed downfield, win versus Bullard. Goes on to say Ryan Wood said Matthew Golden gets the better of Keyshawn Nixon 1 versus 1. We talked about that. Keyshawn Nixon took the 3rd of 4 reps against Matthew Golden, jumping an out route, but he dropped the pick. Golden gets past him on a goal line fade for the touchdown on the 4th rep. So you've seen a lot of Golden versus Nixon and Cisse versus Christian Watson. You love to see that. Looks like some, here we go. Here's some 1 versus 1. 1v1. No, I'm sorry, 1-on-1, says Wes Hockwitz. Edgerrin Cooper took 2 reps with the 2s. A few thoughts. Overall, good day for the offensive line, especially the starting 5. Colin Oliver is more than just speed, has a bull rush too. I'm going to read that one more time for everybody sitting in the back. Colin Oliver is more than just speed, has a bull rush too. Sound like he might have been working with Micah this offseason. DDS twice got a move inside on Anthony Belton at right tackle. He's quick. Jonathan Ford had an impressive rep against Dylan Barrett, reverse pancake. Darian Kennard stood up to Cox Jr., who later beat Glover. Where's Emilio at when you need him, right? I'm just saying. And then, let's see, Donovan Jennings looked good at center, earned a pancake. So Donovan Jennings not only can play guard and tackle, playing a little center here during family night as well. Here's a cool shot. Here's that Jaden Reed has just been bullying Javon Bullard in the 1v1 so far in training camp, says Sleeper Packers. Kevin Robinson tweeted that out and said, I just have a feeling that it's going to be a big year for Jaden Reed. I completely agree with that. So, I mean, he got way behind Bull on that one. I don't know if I like that, guys. What do y'all think here? Tim, you're the defensive guy. You ain't worried about Bull, are we?
Hell no. Hell no, I'm not worried about Javon Bullard. Not in the least. I think it's a little bit early to be super concerned, but no, not worried about Javon Bullard at all in the least.
Got it. Here's some of those reps you were talking about, Jake. This is Matt Schneid been tweeting them out. I'm going to click on them and see if we can go full screen here. Got to watch that music. So there we go. So it's a deep out route there. So yeah, it did go through the hands. He did beat Cisse on that rep. Let's watch it again here. All right. So fake outside, inside. Pretty good coverage though. Not bad, right? Cisse. I love the fact that they got him on Watson though. You know what's crazy? You can see how much how bigger Watson is than Cisse, but I don't know. It's like Cisse plays bigger than he actually is. And then here we go. There's another rep. There's that slant. Yeah, not much you can do there. I mean, that he's a hoss, man.
Oof. Jordan just threw an absolute bomb to Golden, who caught it over Bull as he was falling down for the touchdown. absolute dime.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. All right, so let's see if I think that's what everybody's talking about now. What in the world? Oh, get it off the screen already. Sound like they're in the techno over there. Big B says Jordan with a vintage Aaron Rodgers guitar fake. That was hot. Team Rep Start says Ryan Wood, Brandon Cisse sticks to Christian Watson, but Watson catches the out from Jordan Love for 16 yards. Two are inseparable, Watson and Cisse. Talked about the opening offensive line again, left to right. Jordan Morgan, Jagger Burton, Sean Ryan, Jacob Monk, Anthony Belton. Goes on to say, Paul Brittle says, Baz says, Sorrell has been all over these run attempts. We've talked about that all offseason, Jacob. He's going to be a phenomenal run defender, dude. Everything from his rookie tape screams that Barron Sorrell is going to be a great run defender.
Yeah, that's Baz is right on the money. I was watching this out of the corner of my eye. Every single time that they did any kind of run, whether it was a delayed handoff out of the shotgun, Sorrell, obviously he can't really hit like he wants to, but he just puts himself in a position where you could tell if it was full go, he'd be there to make the tackle.
If you guys would do me a big favor, smash that like button. Thank y'all so much for making us a part of your family night festivities here at PTA. Ryan Wood tweets out, Marshawn Lloyd already has 2 inside handoffs and opening team period. Barron Sorrell stuffed both off the edge, the second for a TFL on a draw play. Wes Hockowitz says Jordan Morgan also held his own against LVN again. Really seems to be settling in at left tackle. Color me shocked, Jacob, that the guy who played left tackle his whole life gets moved to right guard and played decent. Wasn't bad. Wasn't a bad right guard. All of a sudden, he goes back to his natural position, and nobody can seem to beat him. It's amazing how that works. Wes Hockowitz went on to say Jordan Love airs out a 52-yard touchdown pass for Golden to end first team 11 on 11s. That's what you were talking about there, Jacob. Was it just a go route? Is that all it was, Jacob?
It looked like he kind of rounded it off into the seam a little bit, but Bull not a great rep for ball. He ended up on his belly looking up. He misjudged the jump and everything, and Golden was just tracking that ball perfectly over his shoulder. It was just no effort at all just to make the catch. Really impressive.
Very nice, very nice. Shout out to William in the chat. Gave us 2 jewels here. You are the man, sir. Thank you so much. Ed Madden says Golden is a natural. Completely agree with that. Completely agree with that, man. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, this is it. This is the rep you were talking about. Oh, everybody's fired. This is going to be awesome, Jacob. Where do you see this? Let me get this on the screen for us. Everybody reacting to Matthew Golden. We'll have a clip here in just a second. Yeah, look at Baz here. Matthew Golden, man, going to be a dog this year. Jordan Love airs out 52-yard pass to Matthew Golden. Matthew Golden beats Javon Bullard down the right sideline for a 52-yard touchdown from Jordan Love, and Lambeau Field crowd erupts. Golden flings the football high in the air to celebrate in the end zone. And then look at this right here. Micah out here. Even though Micah Parsons can't practice yet, he came out recording the fans and then was hopping them up a little later. Uno is always involved. I've seen a clip of him with Matt LaFleur just a second ago as well. You ready for this touchdown? Look at this bird's eye view here. Shout out to Kevin with the perfect shot of this. I think this is the shot to Matthew Golden. Here we go. Let's listen to the crowd. Play fake. You love to see it again, man. Sidecar left, little 22 fake, stepping up in the pocket. What a dime. Absolutely love it, man. You love to see it.
Looks like they got the number 2s out here right now doing the team drills here. 11 on 11. Ooh, Tyrod Taylor just throws up a big one. Oh! Isaiah Nair with the diving catch. I don't know if he stayed in bounds, though, but that was a hell of a catch. Diving over his shoulder catch. Wow.
Love to see it, dude. Nair, I'm telling you, man. This dude might find himself on this roster this year. That's wild. See if there's anything else. We got to be careful showing that because that's copyright from the TV network. So we already seen it from the sideline there. Cam Azir, hope you brother. Tucker Kraft, Jaden Reed, and Brace on Packers Family Night. So Cam Azir getting a lot of cool shots here for sure, man.
Yeah, he didn't get it in bounds, but what a heck of an effort.
As Ed Madden says here, Micah is definitely a leader, no doubt about it. They got a good chemistry with this team right now, man. Yeah, Bates just confirmed out of bounds, but damn, what a catch. Yeah, he was out of bounds for sure. So there you see Tucker and Jordan on the sideline together, hanging out. It's been fun, man. I'm glad we did this. That's a good way to kick off the season. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. Do us a favor, hit like, hit subscribe, click the bell icon for us. We'll be going live pretty much every single day, giving you guys training camp updates. We'll be live in the morning, kind of breaking down everything, recapping what happened tonight. Seen St. Juice with his hands on his head just now. Jacob, what was that about? He just dropped a Kyle McCord throwing a pass. Oh, here's that catch you were talking about. Lord have mercy. Yeah, Nair, boy, he put it all out on the line, didn't he?
Yeah. I think he bobbled it for sure, but I think he maintained possession at least.
Speaking of bobbling it, look at this asshat right here.
Oh,
Emilio. We got Emilio in the house. What's up, Emilio?
How's it been, fellas? I missed you.
Hey, we missed you, man. What you doing? You watching family night? You just getting in from mowing? What are you doing over there?
Yeah, got in a little late. Had to get some things organized, but finally, this is like my good time right here. You know, when we used to go at like 8:30 at night, I was golden. The problem is going at 6 now. Clayton's finishing up early over here, but no, it's good. Glad everyone's here in the chat. I saw we hit 10K. That's what I was banking on. I kept trying to say that let's get to 10K by family night, but you know, congrats to everyone in here. You know, not just the host, man. Everyone pulled for it, but I'm glad to be back. Here and there, still going to be a little sparing, but we're getting there. Appreciate everybody.
Jacob, you remember these shows that we would do? Emilio could be on here every night because we go live at 8 or 8:30, and he always, hey, I got to go flip the chicken cutlets.
I'm grilling 12 burgers tonight with some sautéed onions. That's on the menu.
Any cheese on it or no?
Oh
cheese?
yeah, American for sure.
American. Man, I can't do American cheese, man.
On a burger, Clay? What do you put on a burger?
Bro, the older I get, the fancier I get, man. I need something.
You got Munster on there or something?
Yeah, from Munster, we got all that on there. Yeah, I don't know, man. The older I get, I'm getting a little more creative with the cheese. Anyway, though, we're talking Packers family. I see you get in here and it goes off the rails 2 seconds later. So, yeah. Hey, Emilio, do you hear any echo at all? Curious.
I heard an echo when I hopped in StreamYard, and then when Jacob was talking. But then once I joined in, I haven't heard anything since.
Good deal, man. All right.
Eric, good to see you, sir.
Yeah. Too old for this. As Clay seems like an aged feta guy. Oh man, I don't know. I'm not a big feta. I like feta. I'm not a big aged cheese guy. How do y'all feel, Jacob? How you feel about the blue cheese? It's got the mold on it and everything.
Yeah, I like to party with Havarti.
What? This is a family show, sir. What did you just say?
Havarti cheese.
So explain Havarti to me here, Jacob.
It's kind of a fancier cheese. It's a little pungent, a little stinky. I like that stinky
I guess y'all
cheese,
serve that at the club, don't you? Y'all serve
that. Unfortunately.
Emilio, we haven't had a chance to talk to you in a while, man. What's on the forefront of your mind? What are you focused on with training camp? It could be a camp battle. It could be something you're excited about. Like what sticks out to you with the Packers training camp process so far, man?
Yeah, obviously, I'm excited to see what kind of Gannon's been doing. Sort of get that defense kind of in line. See how we're going to use the squad. I'm excited to see the D line, though. I mean, it's pretty much the whole team. Because you can expect more from Jordan Love, more from the receiving core, O-line, D-line. You know, our safeties, our backers, it's like kind of everywhere you look. And, you know, been listening to you, listening to a few others, still waiting on, you know, Move the Sticks to come back. But, like, you get to this point of, all right, we've put in all the work, all the pieces are in place. Now it's just time to go out and show up. I would say one of the big battles are the interior D-tackle. You know, who's going to end up there, who's going to kind of make that 53. I think it's just the initial number, right, where we're at with who's going to make that. But, you know, looking at the practice squad, we got so many that we can fall back on. It might be a blessing in disguise that, you know, Micah, you know, is going to be on PUP. And, you know, depending on how Musgrave's looking, you can work that roster a little bit more. But, yeah, interior D-line. Want to see Hopper get a little burn, and obviously, you know, O-line, see where the reps are for my boy.
Yeah. J Love under center there with a twin set, strong right look out of the ace. Hands off to Marshawn Lloyd. Of course, they're just thudding here.
You got the legendary shifty on, Clay. Did you see that little sidestep there?
I did see that actually. By the way, played Madden today. The new Madden, pretty
Is
nasty.
it?
Pretty nasty. I'm just saying.
I
Not
might have
quite
a
as
couple burgers and might play a little Madden tonight, Clay.
Dude, I'm excited about it, man. They actually got the satellite tracking of the sun in. This is how geeky I am. So the shadows, depending on what month it is out of the year, the date, the shadows change at Lambeau throughout the year.
Finally, about time.
Sick. People are like, "You focus on that stuff, you nerd." Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Wes Hawkins tweeted out, Anthony Campbell breaks past Barrett, nearly forces Taylor into an interception. That's what I seen, Jacob. Benjamin St. Juice just couldn't haul it in. Benjamin St. Juice put his hands on his head like he was disappointed. Anthony Campbell again, Jacob. This dude gonna make this roster or something, man. I know we haven't talked to Emilio about it, but dude, every day it's Anthony Campbell.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many times that a guy can perform over and over and over without getting enough attention. He just seems like, much like Cisse, that he came in just ready to play, and he doesn't care where he was drafted, what his pedigree is, all that. He just seems like he has got his butt on fire, and he's playing like it. I'm very, very excited. Love just was able to force a little offsides action with the hard count, so I love what I'm seeing right now.
No doubt, man. Emilio, we've been talking about Anthony Campbell a lot, dude. This guy, he batted down 4 passes in 2 days in practice. He had a tackle for a loss. He got credited a sack in practice as well with the padded practice session, and now he's showing up at family night, dude. I'd never heard of the guy until training camp started.
Right. I was listening to a little Packers Unscripted, and they were just talking about how he's making a name for himself. You see the 6'6" frame. It was in high school, Clay, where it's like, I just want to get a little burn. I just want to play. So like, I'll play nose guard. I was for 5-0. It's just like, you just got to be scrappy. You got to do that 6'6" in there. I mean, you're talking about Kyler having a problem. You throw him in there when we're playing against the Vikings. Where's that well? Right? You're looking at a wall. Hey man, if you got a chance, you got to play hard. This is their life, right? They practice their entire life to get to this point. You might as well show up when you're in actual practice, so that you can get yourself on the field there.
Just seen Christian Watson do a Lambeau leap there as well. Shout out to Cheesehead Noah. Thank you for the jewels there, sir. Thank you for the kindness, the tip in the jar, if you will. Did you see that? Did you see Christian Watson just score, Jacob?
Yep, just a little short crosser. He probably would have not made the goal line if it was full pads, but Love hit him in stride. It was definitely an extended catch, all in motion. Just fun to see, man. I'm so excited about this team.
Also, something that kind of went under the radar there. Trey Smack splits the uprights from 38 on the right hash on his first kick inside Lambeau Field, unless you count his warm-up extra point, which he also made. For your records, officials were allowed to signal whether or not the kick was good underneath the goalpost. If you guys don't know what that is about, that's been highly reported that Matt LaFleur told him to stop signaling in practice.
Are you guys?
Goody said, I'll signal. Oh, here we go. A little slip screen to Pierre Strong. He's going to get up in the stands for a Lambeau leap. Love to see it. I know you don't spam the hell out of that slip screen on Madden, do you?
Well, it depends, actually, if I need points or not. Ask Jacob. It's really just depends on what I'm looking for.
Hey, Jacob, did you see that pass from Love, though? A nice little sidearm. Drop the arm angle to get the screen out there. Looked good.
I mean, he looked like Carson Beck out there. Come on now.
Hey, Timmy Beck looked good last night, didn't he?
He did.
Preseason, but still, yeah. I said Timmy during the game, and everybody looked at me like I was stupid. I was like, let me show you a picture. I pulled it up. So, here we go. Oh, look at this little. Got Watson in the wing. You can just be a little ISO run to Pierre Strong. Pierre Strong getting a lot of looks. I haven't seen Damian Martinez yet. Have you guys seen him yet?
Not that I've seen, no.
I haven't seen him in the 11 on 11s, no.
Yeah, same here. I'll try to give you guys a little play-by-play as we watch it here. I'm just combing through social media as well. Yeah, Watson wide open for the touchdown in the red zone on a mesh concept. Love that mesh inside the 10. Love it, love it, love it.
Packer
Baz
Doug's calling
tweeted
people out.
Go ahead, Jacob. Sorry, man.
Yeah, sorry. Packer Doug's calling people out. Says 500 people here. Where are all the likes?
Yeah, oh, here we go. All right, so we got a little 11 personnel. Josh White. Oh, they got the defense to jump. J-Love going to step up in the pocket. Oh, over the middle. Looks like it was broken up by Keyshawn Nixon, intended for Matthew Golden. Love could have ran it in. Obviously chose not to because it's not fair that they can't tackle him, right? But, yeah, it looked like Anthony Belton started a little early there at right tackle. Of course, guess who was rushing against him there, Jacob? Brenton Cox Jr., right?
Yeah, buddy.
He looks fast off the jump, too, man. Looking good.
He does. He has looked good, Jacob. I'll give you that. I've been thinking about that. You did actually have a really good Emilio pre-show. I meant to tell you. I meant to text the group. You had a really good one or today, morning pod today.
Here we go again. We're under center.
I don't know what you're talking
12
about.
personnel. Oh, is this Damian? Who's 35? Is that Damian Martinez? Let's see here. Trying to get a look at the back of the jersey. That don't look like Damian Martinez. That might have been Jaden Nixon there. Yeah, that was Jaden Nixon. He's a little bit smaller. So we got Tyrod Taylor in there running the offense now. Looks like they're going to take a commercial break, hopefully. Hopefully we'll stay here watching online. Maybe they take a commercial break just on TV. But I'm feeling really good about Tyrod Taylor being the backup. Here we go. 12 look, strong left, twins right. They bring Savion over to the wing. Little boot left. Hits Savion underneath. Little spin move. Picks up about 6 yards. So using Savion in that wing position where they typically use Christian Watson, right?
Mm-hmm.
We kind of seen that last year too. You seen that in college as well, coming out of TCU. You see him line
Bring him down in there. He can block. You got to be. I mean, and then you bring him in that short motion across, right? You run that play action a couple times, and then one more time you bring him back on the quick motion underneath, quick handoff. Little jet sweep action. I know that'll get everybody stirred up, but got to get the ball in their hands.
All right, here we go again. Tyrod Taylor out of the gun this time. The camera will zoom out. We'll tell you what the formation is. So we're in a gun sidecar right, trips left. Sky Moore going down on a crosser. Back shoulder throw. Savion Williams with the moss.
I'll be honest, that formation is like taking candy from a baby.
Awesome.
It is just what you need to live in if you're trying to march.
What formation you're talking about. Tell them what you're talking about.
Yeah. Trips. You got trips left or right, tight end opposite side, and then just depending on what you're looking for, you can get sidecar left or sidecar right, halfback left, right. You can run your read option out of there, your verticals out of there. You can have the tight end come back across against the three verts. You could do a little cross corners where the tight end's coming across and then catch the other one underneath the streaks. You got bubble screens. You've got, quick slants. There's you can live out of that formation in a hurry up and then get yourself back into a quick nasty look and then back out.
Here's a similar look. We're going trips right, nub left out of the gun. Tyrod Taylor way off the mark there. Was looking for Isaiah Nayer. Looked like he was expecting Nayer to run that a little shallower. But yeah, you can get to so many concepts from that trips left or trips right look. You can run mesh with the 3 and the Y, right? You can run mesh, and then you can have a crosser and turn it into a slot cross concept on the backside as well. Tucker Kraft on a mesh concept with a shallow drag, shallow cross. Love that because if you catch them, whether they're playing true man or match principles, if you get them to flip their hips just a touch and you get a full head of steam of Tucker Kraft getting the ball in stride on a shallow cross, good luck having a corner square back up on 85, dude.
Right. Then you got a couple blockers out front. I mean, you can even run a flood concept out of that. You got a bench concept and just do something different with the 3. There's so much to work with here. Look at it.
Yeah, there was Damian Martinez. Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah, they came out in a little.
Okay, my boy. All right, 79. Watch out. Come on now.
Did he spring him there?
Yeah. And then they cut the stream.
Got it. All right. Of course they did. Let's see. Let me hit refresh on social media. See if there's anything we missed. Jacob, you got anything you want to hit, brother? Anything at all?
Yeah, there's a couple here. Let's see. Josh Beasley saying the Packers have 3 elite-level deep threats in Watson, Reed, and Golden. If they're all healthy, Kraft comes back and playing the way he did. Lloyd says healthy. This offense will be nuclear. I don't know. What are your thoughts about that, Emilio?
Yeah. Having 3 receivers, we are going to be in great shape. Ones that you can count on. All of them have different skills. All of them built differently. And Tuck, when y'all were talking earlier, I was listening. Best hands on the team. I think I would just maybe need to throw Kraft in that group. I don't know. Golden and Kraft would be my toss up, but the fact that you're able to work different levels, different speeds, different sizes, you can basically run a jet sweep with any of them. You can get them into different looks. You can run the bubble with any of them. You can run a fake bubble with any of them. So it's like there's a lot of options for Matt to go with. It's just, can we keep Jordan vertical? Can we, protect him? Can we move the ball with the run so that we're not getting predictable? We got to be able to do all those little things to open up everything else.
It looks like Savion too, man. If I'm reading the tweets correctly here, obviously we've seen the 1 touchdown catch. Savion with 2 consecutive receptions from Tyrod Taylor, the second one for the touchdown. Look at that dart from Kyle McCord to Bo Melton. Bo Melton jumping up in the stands right now.
Man, what a great pocket too, man. Right tackle held his ground.
Who was that? Brant Banks?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Kyle McCord spinning that sucker. Boy, that was decent coverage underneath, too. Great concentration by Bo Melton. Bo Melton's got to be seeing these young guys, Jacob. He's got to be seeing Sturdivant and Nair and being like, no, I ain't taking my job.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously it's about as steady Eddie as it comes in the Packers locker room, whether that be on the wide receiver core or even when we ask him to dip over into the DB room. McCord is an interesting guy. He kind of has a weird release. It's a little bit hard to watch right there, but I don't know. It's nice to know. If you had to pick right now between Drones and him, who would be your practice squad guy if you had to pick right now?
It's tough, man, because McCord probably has a little bit better grab of the offense, but Drones, he's got all that versatility. What it comes down to is if we didn't have Tyrod Taylor with his mobility to help work kind of the scout team when you're preparing for a mobile quarterback, I would probably lead Drones. But since you've got Tyrod Taylor, and again, I know he's old, but he's still got some really good mobility to him, I might lean toward Kyle McCord. I think I'm definitely in the minority with that opinion, though, because Drones is just like, I don't know how you feel, Amelia. I'll get your take on it, too, but kind of feels like he's cut more from the Malik Willis cloth than Kyle McCord is, definitely,
Yeah. Yeah, and you've already had your hands on Kyle there, bringing him in. He's learning the offense, so he does have that benefit to him. But again, do you want to try to almost churn the bottom of the roster there at the quarterback spot just to see what else is out there? You never know. If you could, train up Drones a little bit, go ahead and move him for a 5th or something like that in a year, and you've profited. So I think mine would probably be Drones. But I do appreciate Kyle. I think that, he would be the alternate, right? But I would think you'd probably want to go with Drones just because you might be able to get a little bit more out of him. How much are you going to ask Tyrod Taylor to run scout, mobility-wise, things like that?
Right. Look at this shot right here, too, of Lambeau. Caden tweeting this out. Packers family not practice 26. I mean, the bottom bowl is completely full now. Love to see it, man. Absolutely love this fan base. Want to give a shout-out to Gary P with 1,000 joules, the loot box. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. CJN dropping 1,000 joules as well. So special shout out to Gary and CJN. Thank y'all so much for supporting the stream. Too old for this with 200 joules. Says we be jamming, man. We be jamming. Love to see it. Thank y'all so much. Y'all are always too kind, man. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. So y'all want a Trey Smack update here? Y'all ready for this? So. Please. Trey Smack makes another one, this time splitting the uprights from 43 on the left hash. Now he's 3 for 3 tonight inside Lambeau Field. And by the way, Emilio, you wasn't in here. Me and Jacob were talking about it. Hit a 61-yarder in pregame as well.
Did he really?
Yeah. So he's been perfect in Lambeau tonight.
Was he kicking on the left hash for each of the extra points? Is that kind of where he feels comfy?
I have not noticed the extra point.
The last one I watched, it was from the left hash. I just wasn't sure if they were sliding it on him or if that's where he's comfortable and he slices a little more, more than a draw.
I'm not sure. Jacob, did you catch that at all, man? Whether he was always on the left?
I did not notice it.
Got it.
We'll have to keep our eyes peeled. I just because then you're going, all right, when you're looking at in season. Does he feel more comfortable on the left hash each time? Not that you run the ball there every single time. He's going to have to kick from the right, but in those end of the quarter or end of the half sort of things where we're lining it up for him? Are we always going to put it to the left hash? Is just something to keep an eye on as well.
No, I think it's a great point, man, for sure. Gray Matter in the chat says, look out, the nets are in the back corners of the end zone. So we got the QBs throwing at the nets. Jacob, that what's about to happen here, sir?
Yes, sir.
I think it is actually happening. Here we go. Here's J Love. Let's see if he can hit it. Well, I don't know. They're kind of resetting. That place looks awesome, man. What a crowd. What a crowd. Got to make it up for a family night for sure, man. It's on the list. All right, here's J Love dropping back, throwing to the right corner. Nailed it. Nothing but net. You kidding me? Here's Tyrod Taylor, same net, right corner. Just barely missed it. Looked like he was up and to the right a little bit. Here's Kyle McCord. Oh, hits the rim. It rims out. So J Love hits his.
Hate that.
Here's Drones.
Jacob.
Missed it.
Yeah, I know a couple of those. Yeah.
All right, here's J Love again. Hits the rim. J Love's all over it. All over it. Tyrod Taylor, nothing but net. Let's go.
Nice.
Yeah, J-Lo looks so cool.
Yeah, thank you, Coach.
What Coach say?
Nothing.
Oh, I got you. I see
The balloon hands.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Tying Knots.
Mr. Walkway.
Chief Tying Knots. Do we still got? I think I got rid of that. Didn't I? I had to get rid of that drop. Unbelievable, man.
Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
All right, here we go. Drones. Oh, off the rim. Can we say it, Jacob? Will it make you happy? Another rim job, okay? There you go.
I didn't say anything.
I didn't say anything. Which, by the way, it was hilarious the other day when Mandy texted me and said, did you really tell StreamYard to lick a chode on the show?
No, that broke me up.
Yes, I did. In the heat of the moment, things happen. I don't know what to
Because
tell
we
you.
were talking about it, and then when I actually listened to it back and just how it came, it was just so easily off the tongue, man. You were just, that was a genuine.
That day consisted of equipment breaking down, a flat tire, getting home late, go to the bank to cash. I got checks this thick that we haven't had time to go to the bank, right? You don't have time to get your money when you're working this much. Go to the bank at 5:31, the doors are locked. And then I come home, we got an echo on the stream, right? It took us 30 minutes to try to get the stream up and running so it was decent for the viewers. Yeah, I let a lick of chode leak out. Sorry, it is what it is, right? Sometimes you just gotta let it roll off the tongue. No pun intended. Okay, Jordan got Tucker Kraft on his back. Did y'all see that? Gave him a piggyback.
Yes.
Love to see.
Did you see Tuck took a shot thrown at it slightly?
Oh, did he
over
really?
the
Did he
top.
hit it?
Yeah, it's a little over the top.
Just a bit outside, right? I need one of these nets for the yard. I need this, man.
Dude.
Oh, that
You
was
actually
cool.
do. That would be, we could just right off the balcony.
Oh yeah. We could throw at the neighbors' cats too.
Jeez.
Paula, if you're watching, keep your cats put up, all right? Be out there dropping dimes on them. Yeah, this has been a fun family night for sure, man. How long does it usually run? You guys know? It started at 8 my time. We're about an hour.
What's
before.
practice? Hour and a half or 2 hours, probably. You would think.
We got the fireworks too, right? So I know that's what Jacob's staying up late for. Is the fireworks for sure. Here we go. Tyrod Taylor way out there. Oh yeah, he's off. I like his release though.
What are those? What's that? 40 yards right there.
I think so. Oh yeah, a little short
Yeah, about
there.
40, 45.
Looks like he's found the net 2 times tonight though. That's great. So they're backing it up a touch. See what Drones has got right here, boys. He looks the part, man. He looks like an NFL quarterback. Oh, that ain't Drones. What is this? What are we doing here? Oh, punt team.
Punt, yeah. Punt's right behind where the quarterbacks are throwing.
Got
Oh, Bo almost had it.
So many cameras going right now, dude. I can't keep up. Here's J Love. Loaded up. Look at that spiral. Oh, just off the mark. Tyrod Taylor. Just off the mark. Kyle McCord back. Way off the mark. I say way off the mark. It's like 3 yards off. All right.
Right. On drones.
Kind of miss Aaron doing this drill
Yeah.
back in the day. It's vintage.
Just darts.
And you notice everybody's missing to the same side. You know what I'm saying? Which it is to the sideline side. They're probably taught to miss to that side. Keep it out of harm's way a little bit, right?
Right. Little toe drag.
I mean, they're missing. If they move the net over a yard and a half to the left, every one of them be hitting it. Like, seriously, they're missing to the same side every single time.
Yeah, they are.
J Love. Oh, hits the bracket underneath. Oh, Terod Taylor about took the assistant's head off. Love to see that.
You'll have that.
McCord's got a pretty good release too, don't he? Looks all right.
Because we're only bringing 2. I would think we'd carry 2 on there, man. Drone's got a nice spiral though.
Mm-hmm. J Love all over it. Let's see what we got here on Twitter real quick. Make sure we didn't miss anything. Oh boy. Nixon getting roasted on Twitter as soon as I opened it up.
Oh boy.
Wisconsin family says if that's max effort from Nixon, we're cooked. He did. He got beat like a drum by Matthew Golden. Not good. Not good, bub.
Look at Tuck.
Tuck fired up.
Yeah, no, he took a shot there. He took that last chuck to the corner. He's been hanging out with the quarterbacks just in case.
There you go. Here we got a little bit of an update from Paul Brettel. Some nice pass rush reps from Denied into Sutton in the one-on-one period. So, sounds like DDS had a pretty good night. There's a shot of Devontae White on the sideline. All right. Got anything in the chat, Jacob? Anything you want to hit real quick, brother?
We're pretty much caught up right now, but people are just kind of in awe of the way that the ball just kind of floats right off of Love's arm. Like, it is impressive, too. Every single one of those passes was almost accurately off mark, like you said. They're all just about a little bit to the field side. I think that is a point that they must emphasize, Clay, is that they don't want that drifting back and ending up an interception.
Love this drill.
Yeah, we got Golden. He's already got 4 balls he's caught on the punt. There's number 5. Got 1 between the legs. Now he's got 2 between the legs. See if he can catch a 6th here. Going one-handed with this one. Oh, so he got 5. If you guys remember what this is, when they got, I guess it's the jugs machine probably, isn't it? That's firing it up there, I would imagine.
Yeah.
All right, here's Jaden Reed. So the record right now, or the one to beat tonight is 5, right?
Does this decide who has the best hands for you?
I don't know about that, Emilio. Here's Jaden Reed with 2. I guess, couldn't hurt, right? Jaden Reed catches the 3rd.
They should do it with the B mask on, like CD.
Jaden Reed drops the 4th, so he only got 3. So Matthew Golden with 5 so far. All right. All right, who's this? Is it Savion? So who we got? Who is this right here, Emilio?
That is Samori Toure.
Oh, yeah, right. Who is it? Is that Sky Moore? Who is that?
Yeah, I think it's Sky Moore.
Get the jersey rolled up. Yeah, that's Sky Moore. I see the leg tat now. Sick ink on the leg, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, he's up to 2. There's number 3. Keep in mind, this is your number 1 kick and punt returner as of right now. Oh, he don't look comfortable here. Oh, he got it 4. So he surpassed Jaden Reed. Goes between the legs now. Trying for 5. Got it. Number 5. Can he catch 6?
Hey.
It's time for Matthew Golden. Oh, no.
That's Mr. Balloon Hands right there.
Oh, off the chest.
Oh.
So he ties Matthew Golden for 5. You know, everybody kind of raked the coaching staff over the coals last year for having Matthew Golden returning punts. Kind of makes sense. Secure the punt, right? That was the last thing you want to muff the punt. Get the best hands on the team. I know Savion kind of settled in at kick returner, if I remember correctly.
Oh, so that was Shepard.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't Sky Moore? That was Shepard?
Oh,
Yeah.
it was?
Yeah.
I thought that was really.
Oh, okay.
Shepard.
Good eye, Holmes.
I thought that was Sky Moore. Now, who are these? These are the young whippersnappers. Where are they from? With the blue jerseys. Reamer, I hardly know her.
Ah.
Willin A with the 1,000 jewels, the W Pinata. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the tip in the tip jar. I really appreciate it. So are these like local high schoolers or something, Jacob?
Yeah, I believe so. That's what CJN was saying.
Oh, he's got 3.
You know that hurts too when you just soak it right into the chest, dude. And you know what I mean? They don't have pads on or anything. You know that's gotta hurt.
Dude, we've got 4, so he just passed. Who did he just pass?
Jaden Reed.
Yeah. 5. We're tied. Here we go. Come on, go for 6. Let's go. Come on. You got to get 6. It's up. Oh. Jaden Reed caught it for him and put it in his hands. Got it off the bounce. Love it. Do us a big favor, guys. Smash that like button. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us here on Family Night.
They need to add that to Titletown. They just need to do like a punt return area, like on that little field or over into the corner. Like, see how many you can catch.
Yeah. Here's the leaderboard according to Ryan Wood. And that was Will Shepard, is what Baz said. Confirmed that was Will Shepard, not Sky Moore. So it's actually Matthew Golden and Will Shepard both had 5. Jaden Reed had 3. Moore initially caught just 1, dropped the second, but got a do-over. Tiebreaker goes to Golden, but that was actually Will Shepard. So, Jason Wilde tweeted out a minute ago, Matthew Golden having a very good night, won multiple one-on-ones against Keyshawn Nixon, got behind Javon Bullard for a 52-yard touchdown from Love, and caught a team-best 5 punts from the Family Night favorite drill. The hold on to every ball you catch exercise. So Golden, as it sits right now, Jacob, kind of feels like Matthew Golden might be your MVP this evening. Do you agree with that? Disagree with that? Is there somebody else that stood out more?
No, I think that's a great point. I mean, he, like I said, he burned Nixon multiple times. Obviously had the deep catch there. To me, it seems like it's a no-brainer that right now he's kind of running away with it.
Got it.
Yeah, I think so too. I really am excited. Clay, I'm honestly excited to go use him in Madden here tonight. I'm gonna see how many deep outs I can hit him on.
I'll tell you this, man. The face scan is clean.
Is it? They didn't mess our boy up this time?
And they got the helmet tilt this year. It does. It looks just like. Now, last year, boy, you remember that hairline, boy? They butchered it coming out the gate.
We'll get Jacob 27. That way, we'll start streaming some of our games to Patreon for everybody, right?
Just Patreon exclusive. Y'all can watch
Patreon exclusive.
Man, beat Emilio like a drum. Emilio would beat him if he didn't start Travis.
I'm playing Jacob like this every time because the dude doesn't have a mic, so I'm over here talking to him on the phone. Like, yeah, Jacob. I mean, dude, I don't know, man. I just throw it to Tucker Kraft and he's open. I don't know what to tell you.
He's over flipping cutlets and talking.
I'm not gonna lie. When he told me that he was like this, it kind of just
got mad, didn't you?
Yeah.
Love it. Shout out to Cody McDougal for the $4.99 super chat, little tip in the jar. Thank you so much, Cody. He goes on to say, "Go Pack, go!" Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much, man. All right, we're on commercial break at the moment. Anything you want to talk about or hit, Jacob, that we might have missed so far, man?
Honestly, we're pretty caught up in the chat. Everything. The one thing, like the coach brought up, I liked what I saw from Drake Dabney. He caught a few passes and looked a little more shifty than I thought. So, not quite sure if that was on anybody else's radar. But and then another thing that coach talked about was when they showed the background of John Williams, he was much bigger than I thought he was. He looked massive. I don't know. Did you see that, Emilio?
I didn't, but I was looking at him earlier. I just coming off that back neck or whatever it was, right? So I'm hoping that all that's cleared. Let the dude play, right? As much competition as we can get down, in the trenches, we need it. Everyone's got to keep pushing each other, because I mean, you just know you don't want to talk about it, but you know an injury is going to, bound to pop up at some point. Who's it going to be? We got to take care of everybody, and everyone's got to be ready to play as well. And that's why you're looking at anywhere 8 to 10, 12 kind of, O linemen that you need to count on.
Also, we got an update here. Ryan Wood says Brandon Cisse chases Christian Watson across the field on a crosser, and he closes as the ball arrives for a pass breakup on Jordan Love. The rookie's showing something in this camp. Big B also tweeted out, wow, Brandon Cisse with incredible coverage on Watson. He'll be all right. That's the guy that's sticking out to me in training camp so far. It's Brandon Cisse on one side and Matthew Golden on the other. And when you look on the defensive side of the ball, for me personally, Anthony Campbell has kind of really popped off the page. LVN looked good, no pads. Pads come on, he's simmered down a little bit. Jordan Morgan seems to be most comfortable at left tackle. No huge surprise there, but it's been a fun camp so far, man. Shout out to Jacob. Shout out to King Tron says, I ain't dead yet. There's Packers on the field. Hot damn, been a member for 19 months. Appreciate you, Tron. Good to see you in here, buddy.
I do like how comfy Morgan's looking. I mean, his kick step on the left side is so much smoother than his kick step on the right. And being able to know that you have outside open and he can fight, inside out or whatever, however he feels most comfortable on it. He's looking good out there. I'm happy. And I do also like on Cisse how he kind of plays with that free hand. Clay, did you see that where he kind of just tap him? Like when we're playing lacrosse or whatever, you always want just a stick on a guy, just so you know where he is. Cisse plays being able to track a dude while still having your hand on him running a route. It's impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Jacob. I see you got something, Mark.
Give a shout out to Jen Wright, being a member for 27 months. Wow. Man, that's pretty impressive there. And
Appreciate
then a really cool shout out to our guy Howard Clegg, 64970 says, gonna have a great grandchild tonight. I'll make her a Packer fan. Congrats. Blessings to the family. That's super cool, man. Appreciate that.
That is absolutely awesome. Congratulations. That's good stuff. So let's see here. Howard Clegg with the $2 super chat too. Thank you there. Appreciate you so much, man. All right. Looking for more updates here. Terod Taylor hands the ball off to 26 Martinez, Damian Martinez. You see what I'm saying about Damian Martinez? How he kind of runs, he stomps when he runs.
He was out of Miami, right?
Yeah, kind of reminds you.
I scored many a touchdowns with that man. Many. I tell you, he was my running back in Ultimate Team for most of the year.
And I knew nothing about him. And Greg Cosell said, he called him out by name. They didn't coerce him. What do you think of Martinez? He said, what's a running back? Who's a running back that you like? He said, I really like Damian Martinez's style. I went and pulled the tape and was like, yeah, this dude runs hard. He reminds me of Pacheco, Prime Pacheco. King Tron with the super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. He says, I miss you boys. Hope all is well with y'all. Been supporting from afar. Life's been crazy. Can't wait for the season to start. Hall of Fame game was great. It was a good football game, man. It was so much fun to watch. So,
King, we're right there with you, man. It's been crazy.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tron. I know I always say this. People apologize. They come in like, man, I ain't been around. Get everything done. Get it done before football season gets here, all right? If you're married, work overtime on the honey-do list.
Jacob.
Because she's going to be mad at you when football. I promise you that. So, Clint C with the super chat says, good times. Thank you so much, Clint. Appreciate you, buddy. Why do he call you out like that, Jacob?
I don't know. It's not enough to beat me in Manning like a redheaded stepchild. You got to do it on live, too. Come on, man. Tell you what.
No, you know what, Jacob? We'll go into a practice. I'll teach you a few things.
I bet you will.
Hey, y'all want me to get the chat fired up? They're talking to Luke Fickell right now, the head coach of the Wisconsin Badgers. Chat, how do y'all feel about Coach Fickell in Madison?
No, they're already telling me, yeah.
I love it. Got to give them a little bit of time, man. Listen. All reports are they pumped some money into the NIL this year, so don't be surprised if that offense looks a lot better with your Wisconsin Badgers. Yeah,
you can't tell me Glover's not a dog, man. Did you not see him just turn that edge in, Clay? Come on, man. You're missing out.
What did that
I think Glover's played better than Kennard did so far in practice.
What did that comment say about Fickell? I got to know, Jake, if you put it up there.
He said, "Oh Lord, he's doing an interview. Time to turn down the volume."
Then Packer Doug says, "Everybody shut up. I like Fickle." Packer Doug has spoken. All right. There you go. All right, here we go. Kyle McCord, shotgun. A little nasty split, back to pass, looks left, steps up in the pocket. Gets the ball batted down by number 60. Who is that?
That's our boy.
That's Campbell. Another batted pass.
There
And
he is.
that wasn't just getting the hands up. That was flushing him out of the pocket too, wasn't it, Jacob?
Yes, sir. That was pretty
What's
impressive.
his read? What's his wingspan? I mean, it's got to be like 7 feet.
You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll look it up right now.
I mean, he doesn't even need shoulder pads. It doesn't look like. It looks like he's got the kicker pads on, and he just out there running people.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, this is now his 5th or 6th batted ball in like 3 practices, and you saw the way there. He's not just a big old hog molly in the middle. He can run for that. He can carry that weight and actually force him outside like that. And that was a pretty athletic move, honestly, to do that on the run. Well, you have a kind of a, I wouldn't say he's an elusive quarterback, but he's definitely not a stick in the mud.
Mm-hmm.
There, look at that's funny.
Where is
You're
it?
muted, Clay.
If I want to talk into a muted mic, I'll talk into a muted mic.
Right. No, you're right. We're sorry.
Anthony Campbell at defensive tackle prospect in 25 draft. He scored a 8.24 RAS out of 10. This ranked 357 out of 2022 from 1987 to 25. So to answer your question, Emilio, the wingspan, the arm length was 34.5 inches.
Jeez.
Yeah. And size 6'6", 307 pounds. With long arms like that, you don't worry too much about the bench press, only 23 reps.
Yeah.
The other thing that kind of sticks out, explosion grade was good. The speed grade was good. Ran a 5.0140 at 6'6", 307. That's impressive. 20-yard split, Jacob, 2.82. So, yeah, he's a goody type, no doubt.
Yeah, that and the 3-cone. I mean, that's like, just throw the D tackle on a QB spy, little touch by Kenny Clark look, right, and just let him go to town.
No doubt. There you go. There's your RAS. Look in there on our boy Anthony Campbell, who's turning heads in camp this year. Nair, man, he's a specimen too, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Every time they show him, I'm like, yeah, he just looks like an NFL receiver. Willin A with the super chat. Thank you so much, Willin. Appreciate you, buddy. Love you dudes like family. Go Pack, go. Hey, man, the feeling is mutual, Willin. We appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for the support, man. It's cool. It's like Jacob's like a big family reunion in here tonight, ain't it? Everybody coming back to football.
Yeah, except for nobody gets super drunk and knocks over, the nice china or whatever. So maybe they do at their house. We don't know for sure, but
like I always say, it's like the family reunion without the weird uncle. And if you ain't got a weird uncle at your family reunion, guess what? Guess what?
Okay, left
we got Trey Smack. We got Trey Smack. Ball's
here we
put
go.
down at the 35-yard line, right down the damn middle. This dude's perfect tonight, boys.
we all knew it. I don't know why anybody was even talking about it,
That was left hash again, Clay.
It was.
Yes,
You're
it
right.
was.
That's what Wes Hocklewitz just said. Yeah. Kicking towards the south end zone. He's now 4 for 4 tonight. Where's Tim at? Somewhere. Tim is running around his living room with his shirt off, saying, go.
Mm-hmm.
Or he might be in his whitey tighties with his leg kicked up and a lung dart going, cheers.
Yeah, Nigel. Like you're up.
Oh, man. Eric Sutherland, you guys know all about my uncle. Eric, I think you might be the uncle, sir. I'm just saying, man. Just saying.
Little 2-minute drill right here or something.
Eric's that uncle when he pulls up to the family reunion. Everybody goes, oh, God. Hide the booze. Here comes Uncle Eric.
I picture Uncle Eric like Cousin Eddie, Christmas Vacation, just walking out. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Cooper's full.
All right, we got them backed up at their own 3-yard line. Jordan Love under center. We got an ace set. All right, looks like 11 personnel. We've been in pretty much all night long. Christian Watson, nasty split playing Z. Looks like you've got in the true X, Matthew Golden. They had Sky Moore playing F, which was actually the one off the line of scrimmage in that nasty split opposite the tight end. And, of course, we go to a commercial break.
It
So-
looked like they didn't have enough players, or they were like Jordan got up and started counting, like counting helmets or whatever. I don't know if they maybe had 10 on the field, but
Got it.
we're back on track now.
The King Tron just gifted 5 Packer Fan Total Access memberships. That means 5 random people just got access to the custom emojis here on.
Nice.
He says, "Enjoy, folks." Thank you, Tron. Appreciate you, buddy.
Oh, he hooked up CJN, Tony Holman, too old for this. Corey Murphy, Inman, yeah.
Nice.
Appreciate that, King.
We'll hand off to Marshawn Lloyd. He does get thrown on the ground by LVM, but that's all right, though. See if we get a little play.
Yeah, Clay, he got thrown on the ground.
Did you see it?
He just like launched them.
Get your little ass out of here,
Yeah.
cannon. Get out of here.
The
Look at Jagger Burton. He looks tired, boys. That Kentucky boy looks tired. All right, here we go. Come on, get the camera off the crowd. Show us the set here. Out of the gun. Jordan looks left. Throws and hits. Who did he hit there? Number 49. Who is that? What tight end is that?
Dabney.
Dabney. So Dabney with a little quick curl. All right. Marshawn Lloyd still out there. Sean Ryan playing center. Jagger Burton at left guard. Christian Watson coming back into the huddle. Jordan Morgan at left tackle. Dabney is your only tight end on the field. Let's see here. It's a long play call there. All right, another ace set. We're going bunch right? The trips right. Nasty splits, nub left. Now you're going to motion Watson over to the wing left. Actually, little off there. Play fake. Little 21 play fake down the seam. Almost picked off. No, that was Sky Moore. Sky Moore dropped it. I say dropped it, but it wasn't a good pass either, right? So here we go. Soder with the super chat. Thank you so much. Soder says, "Things I learned: wide receivers are the strength of this team. The DBs have gotten better. Smack will suck in practice, but seems to like the bright lights." I think I would agree with all that. Jacob, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I believe the wide receivers are definitely the strength of this team. As we say that, Scott Moore drops it. I think he should have had that one, but a little bit behind him, a little bit low. So Jordan's getting a little bit of the dust knocked off as well. But I like the poise I've seen from Love, too. He's been slinging that tater, and I think to his point, I think the DB room is very much improved. Matthew Golden making it look easy just now. Let's go, dude.
Yeah, it was a nice play. They were in a
out of our set, Clay.
Yep, trips right look, and
it looked like a double stick and then a vert there.
Yep. McKinney with the stop, but still a completion to.
They were probably in a 2, maybe a cover 2 look, and he just hit it right in the little bunker.
I like X punching at the ball and Golden protecting the ball too. Here we go, back out of the ace, little dub set, 12 look, 12 personnel. Looks like it's Golden and Watson on the field. Put Dabney in at the H, little play fake. Loading it up down the middle. Lord have mercy, that was a rocket ball. Woo! Evan Williams about picked it off.
A lot of helmets there in the middle.
Yep.
All right, here we go. I think this might be kind of the final drive. Is that what it's feeling like to you guys?
Yeah, I think it was like a 2-minute or, one drive, get down to the end zone.
Yeah, it does look like, as Wendell Ferreira said on X, does kind of feel like Jordan Love, Matthew Golden have got some serious chemistry created here. All right, here we go. Coming out of the gun, sidecar right. They're intentionally not showing the line of scrimmage until the ball's snapped. You notice that? They don't want to give as many of the formation as they can out. They keep showing shots at the sideline and whatnot, so it makes it a little bit difficult to know what we're running. It looked like there was some kind of penalty there. I don't know if it's a false start or what.
I think that was Belton.
Can't be having that.
I got to be honest. Belton looked like he had a rough night, boys. Seen him get beat several times off the right side, one-on-ones, and false starting several times as well. But again, you asked him to play right guard. Now you're back at the right tackle. Here we go. Sidecar right. Love back to throw, loading it up. Oh, what a beautiful throw and catch to the sideline. Number 80, is that our boy Nair?
It's Nair.
Yeah, nice little out route there. That was good. See the way he feathered that ball, Emilio? That's one of those you don't hold the button down, you don't tap it. You got to get that little A touch, right?
That's the layered throw. You had to get it over Bull there. Love the effort. Better ball. Nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
Dang, if Bull going just taped fingers and taped wrists right now, that is a savage look in the slot. I'll be honest. That is crazy.
Not a Darnell savage look, but a savage look.
Yeah, no, that is. I might need to go edit my Road to Glory, dude.
I love it. Oh man. King Tron gifting a super chat, or a membership there. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Howard Clay becoming a member here on the channel.
LVN stepped inside. Look at it. There we go.
Yeah, LVN in 3-tech. Jordan out of the nasty split gun. Going to roll right.
Man, we got everybody up there.
Oh, come on. Man, missed opportunity right there. Just about hit Watson. You could tell Jordan could run several times, but he's choosing not to. You know what I mean? He's like choosing to try to throw the ball down the field. Obviously, he can scramble a lot in these scrimmages, if you will. Tron on a roll tonight. Appreciate you, Tron.
Appreciate you, Tron.
Man. Adam Stenovich looks like he's ready to end this practice already. He looks bored. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us, man. We still got a bunch of people in here hanging out. Y'all are awesome. Do us a big favor. Smash that like button if you haven't already. And feel free to sub to the channel if you're new here. We're up to 314 likes. Y'all are awesome, man. I think that might be a new record for us, by the way. So pretty cool.
Oh, Hopper. What a safety, my man.
Ooh. Got a safety there. Tyron Hopper. Lord have mercy. Jacob, we talked about it, did we not? Like, what's this guy got to do to get on the damn football field, man?
Right.
I don't know, man, but every time he's out there, it seems like he flashes. It's nice to know that I am not worried about the linebacker group almost as much as I'm not worried about the wide receiver group. It just feels like top to bottom, we got guys that are absolute dogs. I love the re-signing of McDuffie. I think we know what we got in Zaire and with Edge, and having a guy like him waiting in the wings there, God forbid something happens where he needs to be out on the field, but if we have to get him out there, I think that the game is moving a little slower for him this last year, so I'm excited. Coverage grade was great too, so if he can improve on being a little bit more of a downhill back like we just saw, it's going to be awesome.
Completely agree. Shout out to Daryl. What's up, Daryl? Good to see you in here, buddy. Appreciate you swinging through. We got Soda with the super chat. This should be the end of Belton at offensive tackle experiment. It won't be, but it should be. I don't want to be negative. But the people that were last year, and they prominent podcasters, he got a big following talking about Belton wasn't as bad as PFF said. I don't know if he's as bad as what PFF said, but I was not impressed. It just wasn't. And again, he being asked to play out of position, I get it. And correct me if I'm wrong. Was he not a left tackle in college, or am I missing something? I was thinking.
Belton?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, at NC State, he was a left tackle.
Yeah, so, I mean, if we're going to defend him, Soder, you know what I mean? Like, if we were trying to play devil's advocate for a second, like, he has played out of position ever since he got in the league. But at the same time, I don't blame him. I blame Goody. We talked about it on draft night. It felt like a reach. And all year long, we go, he's a rookie. We need to, he'll get better. If he don't get better this year, it's going to be one of those players that we're looking up at the end of the year going, I don't know, guy. It kind of looks like a miss, But I understand the frustration, Soder. Appreciate you, buddy.
Martinez is the only one moving the ball on this second team drive here.
I like Martinez, man. I really do. I know y'all heard me. Y'all tired of hearing me say it, but yeah. All right, let's see what we got here. Who's under center? Tyrod Taylor?
Yeah.
So we got Tyrod Taylor out there in the gun. We're going sidecar right for this one. A little mini Y flex to the right. Actually, we've got trips left. Look, they're working out the trips a lot tonight. I think that's more about the defense, to be honest with you. They're trying to get them as many looks against trips.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of feels like. That when you play a lot of quarters, and I haven't paid attention to the defense to know if they're playing quarters tonight or not, but when you play a lot of quarters, one way you want to attack that is with trip sets. You know what I mean? If you come out in dubs, you're kind of playing, in my opinion, you're playing to the strength of the quarters look. But you come out in trips and tray, you can do some creative things there, especially if you get time to throw the ball.
Yeah, and you want to work the defense too. Obviously, you want to see good things out of the offense on the practice, but putting your offense in a position to help the defenses as well, what we're looking for. But I mean, that it's coming together. We're not looking bad right now.
We got a Matt Ramage sighting, I guess you could say, in Lambeau Field. Of course, he would tweet this out. Gotta love it. Says this jersey, so he's got a guy with a 69 jersey and the name on the back. You want to read it for him, Emilio, since your face is covered up and you're censored? What's it say on the back of the
Tua.
I remember back in our degenerate days when we actually had that as one of the drops.
That was a clean drop. I'll be honest.
We might need to bring that back. She disappeared after she tried to scam everybody with the Bitcoin thing or whatever, right? Whatever it was.
Yep. Get more saying.
Be a crackhead that got hold to the wrong stuff.
Oh, here we go, Trace Mack. Is this new? Is this new right here?
This is new.
This is right hash.
51-yarder from the right hash.
Right
Oh, he
hash.
finally missed. Hooks it left. Cut his ass. Get him out of here.
Oh.
Sorry to spoil that for you, Jake. I apologize, man. So 51. It was close too, wasn't it, Jake? You had plenty of leg, it looked like. Just missed wide left.
I think he might just pull a little, or maybe we're still working on where we're tilting the ball a little bit,
Shout out to Tron, gifting 5 more memberships. Tron on a roll, dude.
Tron is on a roll.
This has went longer than I expected. This is awesome. We've been live for 3 hours, Jacob.
Jeez.
It's going to take 2 days for me to download the MP4 to put on Spotify, bro. Unbelievable.
Be smoke coming out of the computer.
No doubt. Hey, have y'all heard rumors that Pat McAfee might be involved with Monday Night Football this year? Y'all heard anything on that? Heard somebody talking about it the other day. It was on another podcast. They were wondering if they were gonna, because they cut a lot of people from ESPN. How cool would it be if he is on Monday Night Countdown and they do the field goal kick thing on the field in an NFL stadium, like they do for College Game Day?
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
That'd be awesome. And I know he's a polarizing figure. Some people love him, some people hate him, but I think that'd be awesome to get a fan involved like that, bring a little bit of that energy to the Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football lost its luster big time, man. When I was a kid, it was big. It sounds like before I was even born in the 70s, it was like the thing. Like you didn't have access to highlights. That's when you got your highlights. They showed all the highlights from around the league on Monday Night Football. I'd like to see them bring some of that luster back for sure.
I think these kids need to do the straight on kick. No more of the soccer stuff. Give me a straight line drive, like the dude. He played for the Saints back in the day, right? He had like half a foot. He just had like a little steel plate at the front of his.
Oh yeah.
That's the dude we need.
Which, by the way, I think it's kind of cheap. Kind of cheating.
Dude, I love Coach Acorn's energy. I don't know about you guys, but he's got a good energy.
They said he wears cleats to practice, right?
He said you got to put your cleats in the ground and go play.
Well, it was I think it was Wes or Mike. They were talking like all you heard was click, 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 like him walking down to the practice facility and he was ready to go. It's like, dude, I love that kind of energy.
Yeah, we were talking about Tom Dempsey. That was the kicker with the half a leg.
Oh, okay, yes, not half a leg, Jacob, half a foot. He lost a few toes, but he hit like a 63-yarder or something.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it was in one of my football books as a kid, right? Like those little with information and notes and a lot of pictures, but
a lot of pictures.
I wasn't a good reader.
Hey, before we forget, y'all want to do a giveaway real quick?
Yes.
Yeesh.
Let's do this.
I'm waiting to see that thing.
All right, that's what's. Never mind. See, Emilio, this is what happens when you come in. All right, guys, if you're wondering what this is, you're going, why is Larry McCarron's pinky all crooked? I lost the original.
You got an updated picture?
No, I lost the other one.
We lost it.
No, we updated it. That's what we did.
Yeah. Maybe I need to find another updated one for us.
So if you're wondering why, it's funny, man. We got 11 on 11s and we're got a damn pinky on the screen. What are we doing? Okay? Drones back to Pat. No, that's Tyrod Taylor going to scramble left, throw to the sideline, hit Sturdivant. They're moving the ball.
I'm just saying, you know who he got to get out of the pocket because the right tackle was holding his ground? I mean, you got to pay attention to my boy, Clay. I'm not hearing any respect from him.
I'm calling the play. And
All
he
right.
didn't
Well,
walk
then
the-
watch the right tackle. Watch the right tackle. Protect. Watch, he's gonna get cooked on
All right,
this
here
one.
we go. We got a sidecar left out of the gun. Dub set. There's a bum at right tackle. We got Tyrod Taylor back to pass. He looks. Gonna load it up. Load it up. Oh, Sturdivant with a heck of a catch. I think he was. Did they count him in? They said he was in. I think he was out.
Yeah, that's a big catch right there.
I think he's
That's a
out.
nice grab.
That right there, you're holding Y, holding triangle. We are hurrying up to the line. We are running another play. Jacob hates that part of my offense.
I do hate that.
Does he get his feet in here?
I don't think he did.
I thought he got one in.
Oh, did he get that knee in? Might have got the knee in. 1 knee equals 2 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's
We'll
Jalen
take it.
Simpson.
I think he did get it.
All right, we're going to count it regardless. See, watch the knee here. Super slow motion here.
Looked like a shin.
Oh, I don't know, boys. I don't know. I'd be mad either way. I'd be mad if they counted that a catch and it was against my team. I'd say he was out, and vice versa. All right, here we go. Back in the gun again. Tyrod Taylor to the sideline to 35. Who is that? Jaden Nixon. Jaden Nixon looks pretty good, man. Not bad.
Yeah.
Job
Hopper,
catching
good
the ball.
coverage right in his hip pocket there.
I mean, he was all over. That was just a good throw and catch. All right, here we
gotta
are,
get out of
10-yard
bounds,
line.
though.
Out of the gun, sidecar right, dub set, strong right look. Tyrod Taylor back, fires over the middle, sliding catch to number 89, who is Prather, right? Caden Prather gets it inside the 5. They're going, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Yes, they are. Telling
Hey,
you.
Tyrod Taylor looks. This is what you get with a veteran like this. He looks comfortable, don't he? Getting them set.
Yeah.
Out of the gun. Gonna hand it off to 35. Nixon driving. Who poured him in the end zone, Emilio?
Come on.
Who poured him in the end zone?
Come on now.
Did you see it, Jacob?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Don't
no.
be sleeping on him.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. We got bad
Oh,
news.
no.
Oh God. We got bad news. Chris McClellan is down on the field.
Emilio. If Glover wouldn't have done that.
It was Glover's fault. There's no doubt
Glover
about it.
was pulling the running back away from him, releasing the weight on McClellan. McClellan had an issue inside before.
Jacob. Oh wait, McClellan's up. McClellan's up. Hold up. He's walking off on his own. They're making him leave the field. He didn't want to leave the field.
McClellan says,
Not Stackhouse. Stackhouse is walking him off. He said, "Come over here, man. They got a turkey."
Yeah, he said, it's been about 2 hours. I'm not trying to run sprints after this. Coach,
I said turkey leg, and Jacob perked up. Not that kind of turkey leg, Jacob. What's wrong with you, dude? Man. The old hog leg. All right, so yeah, that was Glover that poured him in the end. Did they actually count it? They didn't count it, did they? Or is this 2? They going for 2? Tyrod Taylor scrambling left. He got some wheels. Got a hold though. Tyron Hopper gets the stop there. Was that 2-point conversion, boys, or no? I think it was.
I can't tell. Man,
Where's the
Hopper's coming in
scoreboard?
fast.
Where's the scoreboard on this thing? Packer Doug with the super chat. Thank you, boys. Says love that Larry McCarron Pinky. Thanks for the great programming, boys. Proud to be in this choir we call the chat. Go Pack Go. Thank you so much, Doug. Appreciate you, buddy. Y'all been awesome tonight, man.
Mm-hmm.
Great way to kick off the year. I can't believe that Travis Glover just literally grabbed the running back and drug him into the end zone. Of all the offensive linemen, it had to be Travis Glover. Emilio's going to load up Madden tonight on his Xbox.
Yeah.
Right? And he's going to edit Travis Glover's run blocking to 99.
Yeah, what do you think would they give him, like a 66 or something?
He should be.
I'll look. I'll update. I'll keep you posted.
All right, here's Tyrod Taylor back to pass from the 15. Ooh, did he get his feet in? He hit Sturdivant. I don't know if he got his feet in. He did not. Come on, Sturdivant. You got to get your feet in. That was a pretty ball in the corner. Oh, that sucks for Sturdivant, man. That was a great opportunity for him. Good route. Got to get your feet in, bub.
Yeah,
Gotta. We're going to do the giveaway here in a second, y'all. I'm sorry. We just got 11 on 11 here. Do us a big favor while we're waiting, though. Hit that like button.
And sub, man, if you're not. I cannot believe you broke 10K. That's killer.
Yeah, we're up to 10,027 subs. Y'all are awesome.
Okay, see that wasn't his fault. That was a defense.
I don't know. It looks like a fall. Let's see what they say. False start, 79.
No way. Encroachment. Come on. Oh my.
False start. I don't know if it's 79, but we're going to play.
It was definitely Glover.
Really?
Oh yeah.
All right, 10 seconds on the clock. We had a clock now. This is great. We made it. All right, Tyrod Taylor, 10 seconds left on the clock.
This is great. We've made it.
Trying to get it in the end zone here from the 17-yard line, 16-yard line. Back to pass. Look at that pass rush. Throws it through the uprights. All right, one play, 5 seconds left. Who was that on the rush there? They got off the ball quick at left tackle, or against the left tackle. Got Luke Getsy looking on here with Jordan Love. Jordan got his helmet on. He going back out there here in a minute. Oh, they're bringing on Trey Smack. This is going to be the game winner.
Finish for the make.
Trey Smack, the game winner here.
You just hold it, Dan, and I'll kick the bloody piss out of it.
The bloody piss out of it. All right, here we go. Daniel Whalen on the
I'm
board.
sorry. Who's in there at field goal protection over on the far right side there? Yeah, okay.
Snap down. The kick is good, and the Packers win it. Trey Smack, game-winning field goal.
Bang.
Love to see it. So he's what, 4 of 5, 5 or 6? Tonight?
5 of 6.
5 of 6.
Let's go.
I'll take that. Right hash.
Mm-hmm.
Last season with the Gators, he was 18 of 22, had a long of 56.
I mean, the dude played lacrosse his whole life. Give him a break here and there when he misses one. I mean, seriously.
Now, lacrosse is the same thing as field hockey, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly the same.
Which one is considered tougher? Be honest, Emilio.
I don't know. I was watching the other day. It was on the TV for some reason. Dude, you got to be like bending. You got to be like sideways when you're playing field hockey. I mean, I don't know about that, but lacrosse is probably faster than field hockey. It moves quick. And I think you can throw more bodies in lacrosse too.
Jordan back in. Here we go, starting the 2-minute drill. Look at that swing pass to, oh my God, to Marshawn Lloyd, but he would have gotten killed if that had been real. That would have been ugly.
That would have been tough.
Is my camera froze on you, boys? Is that what's going on in the streets over there?
Yeah, we got a 2-minute. Yeah.
Unbelievable. All right, minute 42. Clock's ticking. Love back to pass. Looking, throwing right. Off the mark. Defense looking pretty good here, ain't they? Seems like every time Love's on the field, starting defense looking strong.
I still can't get over that look that Bull's rocking. That is unbelievable. The taped fingers is crazy.
I like the black sleeves. That's what I'm digging. I'm all about it. All right. Let's see what we can do here, J Love. Minute 35 left. This is a third down, right? Got to pick up the first down here first and foremost. End of game scenario, right? We're in a dub set, dub nasty. We're going to shift to Trey Wright. Little Trey Wright bunch. Out of the gun, sidecar left. Love back to pass. Looks right, throws right. Hits Matthew Golden. That's his go-to. Oh, I didn't like that slip. But I think
slipped on the first down marker.
Yep. Get that out of here. We don't need that.
Yeah, we don't need the chain gang.
Can't get over this pinky wheel slowly spinning over here on my screen right now.
Oh, yeah.
Put it up here. Just see, this is what I've been having to stare at the whole time, trying to be serious.
Putting them in a trance.
All right, let's see here. All right, here we go. Another nasty split. We're going Trey left. Love canned at the line of scrimmage. We're going to a run here, boys. Nope. Passing. Back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Down the seam. Ooh, should have been picked off by Xavier.
Oh.
He has dropped a lot of picks, hasn't he, man? It's like he's in a slump or something.
Yeah.
That was
gotta have that one.
Gotta have bad throw, Emilio, or bad read. What do you think?
No, that's got to be a pick. He probably was just trying to lead him a little bit too much.
Yep, definitely.
And yeah,
that's got.
I mean, he had released it in time where X wouldn't have been breaking on it ahead of him. It's just got a little outside the frame.
Watson did kind of get a hand in there too, right? So it made it a little bit tricky. Then we get a penalty. Who's this going to be on? False start. 79. Imagine that. Now you ain't even on the field.
Can't believe it.
Did they say who it was? I think it might have been Anthony Belton. Nope.
He's
Jagger
been having a
Burton.
little rough go.
Jagger Burton false start. Me no likey that, Jan.
Son of a.
Those boys look tired too, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Haven't heard anything from Jacob Monk tonight. That's a good sign. All right. Trips or Trey left. Jordan throws left underneath. Hits Dabney, I believe. Yeah. Minute
Campbell's
15.
getting a run there on the inside.
Yeah.
I like that with the first defense. You know what I mean? He's out there with going against the first offense, getting reps in there at D line.
Yeah. Trey right look here. Love back to pass. Jordan Morgan holding up nice. Going deep down the field. Misses Savion Williams. Xavier McKinney diving. Interception attempt again.
Oof.
Oh, I don't like
there a
Savion
flag?
limping. Savion limping out there.
Ooh, he is.
Well, hitching the giddy up.
Yeah, get him off the field, sir. Jeez, oh Pete.
Did they call a flag? I thought they did.
I didn't see one. I could be wrong. 56 seconds left. This is a long practice. I did not expect this. That's awesome. It's what we call extra football where I'm from. All right, we're going dub set this time. Normal splits. Sidecar left. Love back to pass. Oh, Lord, get your head around, young whippersnapper. Try a little. What would you call that route there, Emilio?
Little in looked like it came out the backfield like that. Those are actually pretty mean this year. But
we've always called them a cut. You're right, it's an in, but when it's a running back, we call them a cut route.
okay, yeah. Well, that way he's flat. The pass isn't as far. You don't got to layer it if it's a Texas. You know, you love the Texas because you're getting that plan out, and then you're cutting back inside. It's just
especially if you walk the backer out with a seam,
right?
Y, clear it out. The backer sits, then hit the seam over top. Oh, Love stepping up the pocket. Take it, big fella. Let's go. Scrambling. All right, picked up the first down, didn't he? Yep.
Red means stop. Like a street light, right?
All right, 38 seconds left. They must
These
have burned
guys
the
look
time.
gassed.
Yeah, they look tired, bro.
That's what you want to see as a coach, though, right? It's for practice. Yeah, it's a show for us. It's still practice. I feel like Matt still wants to get something out of it.
I got to get that sleeveless hoodie. It's on the order list right now.
That is clean.
Yeah.
Tell Mandy to get 2 of them. We'll send.
Put it on my tab. All right, 46 seconds left. Let's go. Baron Sorrell out there. Okay.
God, he looks big.
Trey right, nasty on the right, X in a normal split. Sidecar left. Love back to pass, looks left, throws left underneath. Hits Jaden Nixon, I believe, right now. Who's
kind of
22?
a late shift out of the D there too. They were like 3 yards, and then they started dropping off. Everybody sort of slept at the end.
That's Strong, ain't it, Jacob? Pierre Strong.
Yep, Pierre Strong.
Oh, Brenton Cox Jr. quick off the edge. J Love over the middle.
Oh.
Ball gets batted away by Xavier. Or I'm sorry, Xavier McKinney.
Yep.
Kenny's he's been all around the ball. Kenny looking like the McKinney of old for sure, man.
Cheese curds make my stomach hurt all the time, but I do eat them though.
All right, 22 seconds left. Is it just me, Jacob? This offense looks sloppy.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it. Definitely looks like the defense has the edge so far.
All right, Trey Wright look out of the gun again. Cornerback's playing off. Nickel squatting. Nice little out route there to Savion Williams out there. He's not limping now. That's a good sign, right? Maybe he's just a little gassed.
Let's go.
Should we do watch parties this year, guys?
For the other teams, you're saying?
No, for Packer games.
I
Jacob
can't.
said no.
I think we've talked about this each year. I just don't think it's a.
I try to talk myself into it every year, and then week one gets here and go, no, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. All right, Trey
Well,
Lampard.
I like how they're handling that trips. They got
Load it up. Oh, Melton diving attempt. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. He grabbing his leg. He good. He good. He's trying to walk it off. That was a pretty throw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Oh, you got to haul that in, dude. That was a dime from J-Lo.
That was.
Yeah, Bo Melton goes to the sideline. They're taking a look at the leg. Like he's pointing at his shin. Show goes on.
It must. 13 seconds, many points.
Yeah, Coach Lynn, I agree. He says Belton looks better on this drive. Completely agree.
Yeah.
Let's watch him here on the right side. All right, we're going with the dub set. Oh, quick rush off the edge. LV in. Get a false start on Jordan Morgan. Or is it? Yep, false start on Jordan Morgan.
Delay a game. Oh, false start. I thought he was trying to put that on Jay Love like that. Come on now, ref.
Oh, Bo's got to catch that ball, boys.
Yeah. Oh, that was perfect.
Yeah.
Looks like most of the people in the chat are assuming it's just a cramp, by the way. Looks. Oh, yeah, you can see his muscles just flaring. Oy.
All righty. 13 seconds. Trey Smack is on the field for another field goal attempt. Looks like from the 32, so it's a 42-yard attempt here. Right hash, Emilio.
Mm-hmm.
Right down the damn middle. Let's go. We got us a kicker, boys.
Love that. Absolutely love that.
Perfect. Get her done.
Advisor is such a power move, too, from a coach. You know,
Steve Spurrier days, right?
dude, cleats and a visor is a crazy setup for a coach.
Were you too young to remember the Steve Spurrier days at Florida, Emilio? Was he trying it again? Is he kicking it again? He is.
Ooh.
This time
52.
Yeah. Nah, from the 37,
Oh, wait, no.
47-yarder. It's good.
Mm.
Trey Smack on a heater. Back it up again. Back it up
Yeah.
again. Let's go. Do it again. That's what he's doing, too. Let's go. Come on. Give me one more. Give me one more. No? Hey, what about Trey Smack? Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Come on now.
All right, we got a commercial break, it says, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's do the giveaway real quick. All right, so if you guys are not familiar with this, everybody is a member in our Patreon group. $3 get you access to everything over there. Get your name on the pinky wheel. What we do is put everybody's name on there. Spin this. Whoever it lands on, we give away a prize. We're giving away an autographed Luke Musgrave rookie card. This is
Nice.
tonight. So somebody in the chat, give me a number between 1 and 10 as quick as you possibly can. 1 to 10. Tony got it. Tony Holman said 4. We're going to shuffle this thing 4 times so nobody says it's rigged, even though they'll still say it's rigged. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's spin this. Whoever it lands on, we'll get an autographed Luke Musgrave rookie card.
Come on.
Big money, no whammy. Big money, no
Rookie
whammy.
card.
Lands on Emilio. We'll give it to somebody else.
No way, no way, no way.
Jordan Taylor.
Taylor.
My
Jordan Taylor.
burner. Nice.
Nice.
Jordan Taylor, you are the winner of the Luke Musgrave rookie card. So reach out to me over in the Patreon group. Shoot me a DM, and we will get that card mailed out to you. Thank you so much for the support. Now, we're going to be doing a giveaway probably the first post-game show, the first preseason game. The next giveaway that we do there will be an autographed Xavier McKinney jersey. So if you want to make sure that you get an opportunity to win that, as long as you're not Emilio, you'll have an opportunity to win it. Just be a member of the $3 tier over in the Patreon group. There's other tiers. It doesn't give any extra perks. If you just want to be extra generous and donate to the show, you can do it that way. But anybody who's a member of the $3 tier qualifies to be entered into that giveaway. Again, congratulations, Jordan Taylor, and thank you to everybody in the Patreon group. You guys are the lifeblood of what we do here.
Absolutely.
Keeping the lights on here at the show, for sure. So.
Amelia, do you feel like we should sue? I mean, we're not eligible to be in the,
Yes, I contribute. I contribute monthly, but I would enjoy if I win to take my prize. That would be correct, Jacob. Yes.
That's just
feel
not
like
the way
we
it works, Amelia. I'm sorry, I don't
gotta
make
get
the
litigious.
rules. Let me ask the boss real quick what they think. Hold on a second.
Mandy.
I don't want to
They
pat you
said
on the
no.
butt.
Sorry.
Poop in my hand. So
They said no, Emilio. Sorry, man.
Nah. Okay, well then, all right. As a rebuttal, just ×2 on that cutoff sweatshirt order. And we'll be good.
I need the white one and the gray one. Got it. Oh man, unbelievable the stuff I put up with around here. Which, by the way, look at this salt and pepper shaker Mandy got me the other day. Check this out. A little baseball cap, a little salt shaker. Right? Isn't that cool? Right? A little barbecue sauce.
Nice.
Let's go. He said, keep that in the game room. When I'm pissed off at you and I make you go up there and leave me alone, you got your own salt and pepper shaker. Got it. All right, so they doing another drill. How long is this going?
Dude.
Man, I'm tired. I'm getting old.
Jacob's got to pull an all-nighter at the office after this. So, like, that's the problem is everyone's worried about he's going to have no sleep.
CJN said, Emilio told me if he wins, he'll send it to me. In fact, Jacob said the same thing. Thanks, guys.
Oh, yeah. I mean, not supposed to give that away, CJ, but yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we're cramping.
Marlon Jones pointed at his left leg. Let's see what's going on. You think it's a cramp, Emilio?
I think they're cramping.
Gets a little humid out there at night.
Oh, by the way, man, those hydration packs you turned me on to. Let me give you a little tip here. Cut up watermelon, fresh sliced watermelon. Sprinkle that on top, bro.
Really?
Oh, it slaps. It slaps.
Doesn't matter the
flavor. They're a little salty, right? Some
yeah.
people
Oh, yeah. They're salty.
Bro, get the watermelon flavor. Yeah, I wonder if you do lime flavor and sprinkle on them.
I like the raspberry.
Anyway, back to your regular schedule program. We got Kyle McCord, the white boy back here quarterbacking.
We got a lockdown right tackle out there as well. Don't worry about that.
The great white hope in the QB room. I don't think he's got a snowball chance in hell making this roster. Damian Martinez looks the part. He does. Every time I see him out there, he looks good burst. Seems like he's having a good time. Seems confident. You know what I'm saying? Like some guys kind of look like a deer in headlights. He looked comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the sidecar left right now. Back to pass. McCord looks right, throws right. Little out route. Sturdivant looking the part tonight. Which one do you think, Jacob? Just right offhand, Michael Sturdivant or Isaiah Nayer, based off what we've seen just tonight alone? Who do you think has had the better night?
I still got to go with Nair.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I would say the same thing. Just based off tonight, I think Nair made a couple more plays. Sturdivant, though, man, he can win on a route, but feed in kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah, spatial awareness struggling a little bit. That drone's handing off there. Yeah. Hey, we supposed to be thudding, boys. Get off my boy Martinez. What are we doing? What is going on out there?
TJ Quinn.
Yeah, TJ Quinn sighting. Let's go.
I cannot believe they had him as a safety.
Mm-hmm. Safety, and then I think he moved a linebacker last year. Did he not? Am I thinking right? He moved.
He's no Red Murdoch, but I mean he's close.
Unbelievable. Let's see what Drones has got here, boys. You ready? Sidecar right, Dubs left. Look, means the tight end is on the left side, and it's a 2x2 set. Running back on the right hip. Back to pass. Drones looks right, throws right. Back shoulder. That should have been a penalty on whoever that was, I think. But that was Will Shepard attempt there. Couldn't get free. Who's 28? Good coverage. Just I think got a little bit handsy there at the end.
I like that. Let them play rough.
Yeah. Let them put their cleats in the ground and go play. That's old Brian Kelly reference, by the way. You know how he talks, that real whiny voice. Gotta put your cleats in the ground and go play.
Ugh.
Trey
that's your
right
boy.
look. Jones back to pass. Dump it. Dump it. Oh, he's going to scramble, throw across the middle. Bobbled by 35. Is that Nixon?
Yeah.
He did catch it, though. Did haul it in. We got a clock on here, boys. Kind of time reference.
TJ's doing his thing out there.
Oh, yeah, on Madden. Wait till you see the dynamic weather. The dynamic weather, bruh.
I should have had it downloaded, Max. Let me see if I can get it downloaded right now.
No, we ain't got time right now. You need to focus.
No. I can do it. Clay, you can go right into the app and tell your Xbox to download something.
Your Xbox is trash. You need to know that. All right, here we go. Ace set, Dubs, 12 look. Going to hand the ball off. Nixon, cutting back to the left, making some guys miss.
Okay.
There's the thud, yeah. Oh, they actually tackle under the ground, boys. Okay. All right. Devonshire with the tackle there. It's a good little contain.
Yeah, that's okay. 20 is Devonshire.
Right. It just showed Jonathan Ford, number 64. He looks tired, let me tell you. He looks wore out. All right, Dub set again, out of the gun, little semi-stack look to the right, strong left, sidecar left. This Jones. Jones back to pass. I'm going to hand it off. Look at Damian Martinez. You see what I'm talking about? Oh, Lord have mercy.
Woo.
What was that, about 35 yards there? Watch him drop.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he had downhill on like platinum, Clay. He just runs
You guys
dudes
know what I was
over.
talking about. These are levels that your players can be upgraded on college football. What'd you think of that run, Jacob? Did you see it?
Yeah, I
He
loved
looks
it.
good.
Bounced it outside.
Yeah.
I like that he finished the run strong too. He's got a little juice too.
Yep. All right, here we go. Now the ball is at roughly the 28-yard line. Jones back to pass out of the gun. Dub set. Chip and release. Going to let it fly. Off the mark. That was intended for, was that Will Shepard again, I believe? Yeah. Will Shepard getting some looks here down the stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Smash that like button for us if you haven't already. Still got a bunch of people in here, man. Y'all are awesome. Up to 336 likes. Let's go. It would be, I'm just saying, it would be kind of fun to watch a game live like this, a little watch party during the season. All right, gun, Trey right, sidecar left. Rome's going to take him down and score right here. From the 28-yard line, he's back to pass. He looks right. Oh, scrambles out to the right. I think that was ruled a sack. They're going to let it play out. He's scrambling, picking up about 6 yards. They let it play.
Hey, guess what? That sack would have been.
Yeah.
Campbell.
Brenton Cox.
Campbell.
Oh, was it Campbell, really?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. This guy, man.
And DDS.
Yeah, like a Discord watch party. We could do a Discord watch party on the Madden games that we play against each other. But you got to be in the Patreon group to get that.
Or I mean, we could stream the preseason games. I wouldn't cuss as much.
As much.
We could do it. We just have to mute Jacob's mic the entire time. You
Yeah.
just see him over there going the entire night. J
Just
Love's
throw
got
my
the pads off.
Cat goes across the screen.
Clay, I was just the Bailey 9498 was just wondering if there was any yo-yos out there.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We've changed it to zipper, Miss Bailey. Zipper motion. All right. Unbelievable.
Looks like that's it.
That's it. Gonna wrap it up. Anticlimactic ending there. Jacob knows all about that, but anyway. Well,
Little floppy motion.
floppy motion.
Tucker was talking about that. Remember? You watched this interview with Mina. He was in a
Stop
floppy
it.
motion on a duo duo run there.
Man. We end the night with floppy motion. Unbelievable. Emilio, you're too young to be worrying about floppy motion. All right. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it. Hey, I want to give a special shout out to the MVP tonight. And that's that
Thank
guy in
you.
the upper right, Jacob. I'm being serious. Look at he was going to steal it regardless. But Seriously, man, you've been here since we started the stream. 3 hours and 37 minutes. Appreciate you jumping on. Emilio, it was good talking with you, buddy.
Absolutely.
Always great. Tim said he was going to go save his marriage, I believe. He said, I cannot handle hanging on a stream for 3 hours with these knuckleheads. So, but appreciate Tim jumping on. Everybody in the chat, thank you all so much for hanging out with us, man. We got to be careful with this one. 2-0 for this says floppy discs are goated.
Yes, those things are cool. I remember seeing those when I was a kid.
Pronunciate that discs, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure I'm just saying. Yeah. Packard Doug, floppy motion sounds like 5 p.m. at the Oval Office. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. Do us a favor if you haven't already. Hit that like button. Again, truly appreciate everybody for the extra subs. We are officially at 10,031 subs. So thank y'all so much for being a part of it. We have cracked 5 million views overall on the channel. I think we're closing in on 6 million now, I believe. But y'all probably get tired of hearing me say it, but I would much rather say thank you way too many times than not enough. And truly do appreciate everybody that supports this channel, man. It's a good way to kick off the season. We'll be back probably tomorrow morning. Talk a little PTA. We'll kind of sleep on it and wake up, grab a cup of coffee, and we'll talk about, what we've seen tonight and what's next in training camp. We got a preseason game coming up next week. Going to be an absolute blast in Pittsburgh. We'll have a special guest in-house to watch the game with me. He may be here for the pregame show. That's my buddy Worth, the Steelers fan. So get some good food in-house, and you may hear him cussing a little bit off to the side. So.
Yeah, anything but a quarterback. Oh my!
Definitely the highlight of the draft stream this year. So yeah. All right, that's it, guys. I'm going to bed. Mandy's over there. She probably already locked me out of the room. I might sleep on the couch. So yeah. Anything else, Jake? If you get the final word here, bud.
No, man. Tulio said he's new here from Brazil. So, like we were just talking, man, Packer fans all across the world. Go, Paco.
Your voice sounded so damn cool, too. It sounded like a robot just then, man. You sound like a transformer. That was...
It did.
Seriously, it was sick.
Autobots assemble.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. My name's Clayton. That's Emilio. That's Jacob. This is PTA. We'll see y'all in the morning. Go, Pack, go.
Bye, guys.